Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here. Hopefully, your favorite official content creator for the First Descendant. And today, we are going to level weapons. We got a lot to do today, alright, because we got a lot of testing to do for Haley. And quite frankly, it is about to go crazy. So, let's get everything done. As much as I like seeing Hey, we need to actually swap over to Bunkar, because we need to finish doing some serious leveling. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Let me see. Consumable drop rates do not matter, so we're going to have empty recovery in combat. This will do good enough. Do I not have a neutral one? Yeah, this one will do. Okay, that's fine. I just picked the executor out of the thing. I better go. I almost always forget to do this, but I better upgrade it real quick. So we're gonna do that, and then I can tweet, because I don't want to forget this. The one thing that I did one time was I completely forgot about it, and I kind of let it be. Yeah, that wasn't very smart. Okay, good. Now one executor is nicely cooking. I know I should be tweeting and doing all the rest first, but I really do not want to mess this up. Okay, now I can look for executor stuff. 1, 2, 3. Okay, great. Now all of it's cooking at once, which is really good. Hey, Grand Roku, Tenor Dude, Umbra the Ninja, good to see you guys. Yeah. What a glorious day. Okay. Now, I'll pull up my chat and start tweeting. That's done. Good. Boom. Tweeting is done. Hey, Star. Yes. Thank you for telling people to do that. You super insomniac. You and George do your best, okay? Now, let me go take a look at this. Okay, everything here is fine thus far. There's only 2 little things I need to do, and all of it will be settled. Okay. All right. Let's just do this. No sense thinking too hard about it. Off we go. Hey, Track. What up? Nice, tenor dude. Trying to finish off the Enduring Legacy as well. A lot to do, unfortunately. Most of the access to Greg is through normal mode stuff. Not really. If it's the best possible one, then, you know, whether it's normal or hard mode, it doesn't matter. Like, there's some things that I'm willing to farm in normal mode because there's no negative penalty to normal mode. The only thing is that the only thing anyone should ever look at is this item that I'm farming the highest possible percentage? As far as I know, only Greg's nanotube is in normal mode, has the highest possible percentage. The rest should be in mostly hard mode, but it's super easy to farm, to be honest. So never worry about whether it's normal or hard mode. That is completely irrelevant. The only thing that you should worry about is, are you getting the highest possible drop percentage? And thank you to everybody who liked the stream so far. Please make sure you guys keep doing that, all right? And yes, how is your hand treating you, Track? Hopefully better. It was a pleasure having you help out yesterday. Speaking of which, if you need to level, Track, I'm just leveling weapons, but I can also pull you along. Normal is good though. If it's in normal mode, it means it's even easier to farm. Especially if it's a reactor in normal mode, because that means that you're getting double drops. Because infiltrating in normal gives you double amorphous. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, honestly, select the pathway that's best for you. But I'm pretty sure it's not only normal mode. That being said, I always just go for whatever just gives the highest drop percentage. Like I always say, don't ever think too hard about anything. This game does have its complexities, but there's no need to overthink normal or hard mode. Just go for most efficient. You had a 5-day break from an illness. Well, I hope you're feeling better today. Not easy being sick. Yep, go for it, George. Well, that's fair. I can't really say there's anything wrong with that Tinner dude.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
If that is how you wish to roll, then that is how you can roll. They're gonna be I'm 95% certain that these guys don't know about the XP sharing range, but it's Sunday morning and I really don't want to tell them. I'm too lazy. I can't believe though that there are still players that don't know about it. It's wild. Okay, let them go there. Okay.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
What is that, Can't? The XP sharing range? If you're more than 150 meters away, you don't get any XP. So, in matches like this, you're supposed to stick with your team within 150. You can clear 2 points at the same time, but those 2 points must be within 150 meters of each other. Otherwise, let's say I'm clearing this point, right? Somebody goes to the very last point on the map, which is like 200 meters away. They're not going to get XP from this point. I'm not going to get XP from that point. So basically, you're wasting time. You're effectively just doing less and getting less XP. So sure, you might finish the match faster, but you're literally starving yourself of XP, which is quite silly. And it's up to each individual how they want to handle it, but I personally would never do that. And a lot of people don't know about this, so they just think that, oh, if I go to the furthest point, then I can help my team clear it faster. But they don't realize they're wasting time and costing themselves XP. Then they wonder, how is it that RealAsianRobot levels his weapon so fast, but then I don't? It's like, bruh. Nice job, Midnight Sylph. Nice, Void Wolf. Hey, Miss Raven. Foxtrot, what up? The answer to that, Keith, is usually Greg's Reverse Fate. For most gun builds, if you want a boss with a gun build, that is usually the best choice. Because it does some significantly good damage. Haley is definitely very good. He's a strong character. But when it comes to slapping Gluttony with Haley, you still need somebody to take care of the mechanics. Otherwise, you get a random team that, you know, can't handle it. Oof, you're still gonna die. So while Haley's gun build is strong, it is not like the world's strongest thing or whatever, no. Sure, you can build it for that, but I would urge caution. I've seen too many people try the gun build without an Enzo and without other Haleys backing them up. It ends up being very, very bad. Play what you like, Star. You want to farm, you can farm. If you don't want to farm, play your Space Marine. It's okay. Of course, Clay is good.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
I will never say no to Glay because there's a lot of other interesting builds that only Glay can do. I mean, Haley's great. But the upcoming Executor, like, I want to work on Executor once I have time. Because I'm not going to buy Catalyst or whatever. But once I get a chance to work on Executor, I think that one will be really fun as well. And it does seem to offer a lot of strength. So yeah, that's going to be real interesting. Seeing how that works. Especially with Glay's unlimited ammo. It might work out well. Of course this game is fun. If this game was not fun, I don't think I'd be playing it. Ultimate Glay farming is alright, But if you find this game fun and you want to support the content, make sure you hit the like button on stream. The more you guys hit the like button and the more you guys share the stream out, the more that people will come in, tune in, and have a good time. Alright, I'm counting on y'all, because if people do not tune into the streams, then, you know, the content dies off. So make sure to like and share. Get the word out there that this is the best stream for First Descendant. This is the best community to get your answers. Alright, we need to keep putting the word out there. And of course, register as a supporter as well. The more of you that register, the better. Okay. I'm gonna keep going. I gotta get this Enduring Legacy done. That's how it goes, Petro. No problem, Miss Raven. I do what I do for the community. Choice is important. Midnight Sylv, can I refresh you? No. No. You don't deserve to be refreshed. Watch my patch notes video. But basically, they just buffed the Executor, that's all. If you want the details, it's actually in the patch notes video. They did quite a few buffs on it, so you can check the patch notes video that I put out if you want to know more. If not, then just wait for my build to come out. Now, how dare you even ask me a question? Take this man outside and execute him. The only time you can ask me a question is if you are the #1 supporter, then I may answer your question. I'm joking, of course. I just want to bully Midnight Sylv because Midnight Sylv chose to use somebody else's gun build, and therefore, he is now a traitor and a heretic. No, 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 no. Building something before I publish a build means you are a traitor and a heretic. You must only worship the robot, understand? Failure to worship the robot is a death sentence. What is the XP difference between first and secondary weapon? Is if the secondary is passive? Quite a lot. I think the secondary only gets like 10 to 20% at most. Some people have said it's like 50% or something like that. I don't believe that for a second. Based on my rough calculations and rough estimates, it's about 10 to 20%. So yeah, your choice really, but I don't even worry about the secondary weapon. Like for me, I will only worry about the primary weapon. The secondary weapon's just like, if it gets a level, it gets a level, you know what I'm saying? Like that's about all that I do. In fact, actually thank you for reminding me. This should be piercing light. Oh, never mind. I'll do it after this. But yeah, it's roughly 10 to 20%, which is really, really low.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
What do they mean not safe area? This is a safe area. I'm not even in combat. I swear this game. Oh my god, we have AFK, okay. Well, I'm out after this. This person is just literally standing there. This person's really just running around picking up loot. That's not on. The one thing I will not deal in is AFKs. So if somebody wants to AFK, that's on them. But no, thank you. This person's just running around, not even shooting. Okay. They do allow you to change modules, but only in operations. The reason why they didn't allow you to change modules in infiltrations is because some people were abusing exploits and things like that, switching between module settings and stuff like that. That's a big no-no. So I do not agree with that anyway, and I feel that it is something that should not be done. So yeah, on a personal level, I would say it is pretty bad to do stuff like that, and switching modules is definitely not a thing. You should know your build beforehand and go in with that build. No, even if the bunny is killing everything, right? The thing is that if there's only 1 or 2 bunnies, you can go elsewhere. So no. I saw the guy standing on the tower earlier. So I'm out. I do not support AFKers. And Keith, like, look, if you know the feeling of it, then let me teach you right now. What you do is you get a farming build for your Glay, and then you contribute. How do you contribute? It would go faster if you just stand at one of the points and start crushing. Like, it's literally that easy. So I disagree with anyone that AFKs, or people that argue that, oh no, the bunny's killing everything. No. You contribute. If you do not know how to contribute, or you cannot contribute, then, you know, you're basically leeching, and leeching is not good for any game. So I thoroughly disagree. If you follow my builds and you follow the way that I level my characters, you will see that there are many ways to contribute, and there are many ways to do things. And here, block kyber mining is now no longer the place to level descendants anyway. So if somebody was to wanting to level their descendant fast, they wouldn't be here. The only reason to come here and level a descendant is, number one, either to leech or to level weapons. If you are leveling your descendant, it's actually way better to be in infiltrations, because infiltrations have now a boosted XP at the end. So let's say that I was leveling Glay for the first time. I would actually go into the infiltration mission, because it doesn't matter what percentage you choose. You could choose the lowest percentage and still get full XP, which is absolutely amazing. So usually the people that are left here in block kyber mining are the ones that are choosing to leech. Ever since the boosted infiltration XP, nobody comes here anymore to level a character. It's very rare. Unless they just don't know about the boosted XP in infiltrations, because you're a lot less efficient. If you were to go to, I think Death Dawning worked it out, but the Asylum so far is the best bang for your buck. If you were to go there, you actually gain so much XP that you level faster than here. But again, even if the bunny kills everything, in the first few waves, I don't mind it, but in the later few waves, contribution is important. And I should not see people just running around not contributing, because if you're basically just going for loot and leeching off other people, that's not right at all. And I will never stand for that in any video game. Asylum is pretty good, yeah. I still use Biolab, but I want to try Asylum the next time I have to level up a character. I haven't leveled any other characters yet, but I will be looking at Viessa. Viessa is a big one for me next, so that one's pretty important. Then I will be looking at Asylum when I'm doing Viessa. Infiltrations are far superior for leveling descendants. Weapons, block kyber mining is good. That's why I recommend infiltrations, because rather than sitting here and not contributing, it's way better if you are in infiltrations. Like I said, the XP is crazy. The infiltration XP is so good now for descendants, because the XP bonus is solely for descendant XP. It doesn't affect your weapons. So usually if you're leveling weapons, people come here. But if you're leveling your character, it's way better elsewhere. What is the best for weapons? Right here. Block kyber mining in sterile lands is the best bang for your buck, because weapon XP is based solely on the number of kills that you get. Weapon XP is based solely on the number of kills that you're getting. So if you kill more, and by the way, I don't mean kills on an individual level, kills for the whole team. So this is why, like, if you want to finish this kind of thing faster, and you've got 2 bunnies, then what I'll do is I'll usually just go to the second point here, and we can finish it faster. One bunny takes 1 point, the other bunny takes the other point, and it will usually go by a lot faster and quicker. As long as you're within 150 meters. See you later, Keith. Just make sure you don't be leeching, yeah? Hey, Fisher, how's it going? But yeah, stay within 150 meters and kill everything that spawns. As long as that happens, then normally what'll have, you will normally get the best possible XP. Well, Shady, it is. Depending on your weapon, you're supposed to keep powering up. You have to level up because you need to put in catalyst into your weapon, therefore allowing you to build the best builds and make yourself stronger. It is ultimately a grindy game. You're chasing power, and to get power you grind. Depending on whether you're the type to endure grind or not, it's up to you whether or not this game is for you. Grave Hearts, the same gold farms that are in hard mode are the same gold farms you will use in normal mode. So, Bunny Road and all that is still the same. But realistically, you should not need to farm any gold in normal mode. If you are running out of gold for your upgrades, it's okay. You do not need everything maxed out. I have described the best mods that you need in normal mode, and you should be following the guidance strictly. If you've already watched the Ultimate F2P Survival Guide, you should know these like the back of your hand. But even though I've described them, it doesn't mean that you have to level them up all the way. You can actually blow through the normal storyline having them partially leveled, like basically I would say about level 8 out of 10, because most of them would have 10 levels in total, because the 10th level is the one that costs the most. So leveling it up to 8 out of 10 is usually more than enough, but I mean, I'll leave it up to you. That being said, you can gather gold by doing these operations. These operations are also available. It's really up to you what you want to do, but operations are usually considered a good source of gold, especially in normal mode. If you're here and you just need gold, then all you really got to do is just come here, and there will usually be some advanced player to carry you. So this is one of the great places that you can get gold because of the fact that the gold comes in as the in-between wave rewards. So at wave 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, you can get a whole bunch of gold as a reward, which would probably help you upgrade the mods you need. Sabilisk, I think you're just trying to find problems in my statements. I am trying to give people advice here. It's nothing to do with elitists, and of course there are new players in the game. But new players in general should not be using catalysts or anything like that. They only need to level 1 to 40. And most of the time they will do so in the actual missions. If they are new to the game and they're coming here for gold, that's okay. Usually they come in with a level 40, and even then they can contribute. What you're trying to do is find a problem with me saying that you should level up in infiltrations. Why is this bad? No. This is actually the best way to level up your descendants in infiltrations. I'm trying to give the most efficient information to the public. This has nothing to do with elitism, alright? Spreading misinformation is one of the worst things you can do because you're hampering the journey of other people. Why do I say it's better to not level up your characters here? Because there is no need to do so. There is no need to do so. You can get pretty good matches in hard infiltration mode, and you don't need a lot of stuff to do hard infiltration mode. Once you have gotten through the normal storyline, what a lot of people do is that they go there, and then they will let others carry them, which is okay, either way. Nobody makes any bones about people joining in a public match, and like I said, you can do it at 0%. You don't even need any modifiers on your thing to get maximum XP for your descendant. So, this is not me being elitist, this is me literally trying to help people. So you can feel however you want, Sabilis, but I'm not going to take that line down because misinformation is one of the biggest problems in this game. All right. I do not mind leveling others as long as they are at least trying to contribute, and that's okay. I do not expect them to take on everything on their own. However, if I am giving information, it's nothing to do with I believe that, you know, elite players, oh, noobs can't do this. No. I'm literally just trying to tell people that, hey, you can do this here, you can do this there, but ultimately you want the most efficiency, you want to spend your time well, then it's way better off to be in the infiltrations. Thank you, Fisher, for the lovely super chat. I appreciate that. It's okay, George. I appreciate the defense, but we don't have to have a go at him. I've already explained the situation. Like I said, the thing is here that what we stand for is information. And I have to give the most correct and best information at all times. So I don't mind people, you know, thinking one way or another, but I would never stand for being called an elitist because that is not what I'm about. I'm literally the guy that helps new players by teaching them the best way to do stuff. I mean, if you believe that I'm an elitist, that's, like I said, that's the only thing I have a problem with, because what other creator out there is doing everything free to play just so that I can figure out the best grinds for everybody else? I don't see anybody else doing that. Alright? So I won't stand for that statement. But at the end of the day, I can also understand why some people might feel overwhelmed because they're new or stuff like that, and that's okay. Let them ask the questions. Let them ask me what to do and I'll teach them. Just the same way I taught everybody else how to raise up their characters. Because that's what I do. No problem, Dibram. Like I said, ask questions and I'll happily correct any misinformation. And Sabalisk, look, it sounds to me like you're just trying to find problems here. You want to know why? Because you talk about you're trying to defend new players, but the person that I called out as AFK is literally an ultimate glade that's hanging out there and contributing nothing. Have you seen me make any bones about the fact that these guys are dying? Or that they're not, you know, like, being the absolute best? No, I never did any of that. Don't ever try and put words in my mouth, or don't ever try and paint me out to be somebody that I'm not. That is the wrongest thing you can do, my guy. If you have a problem with me, you can say it to my face. But don't ever try and paint me as somebody that I'm not. Because have I done a single thing? Have I done a single thing to say, oh, this guy's a noob, he's new? No. The only one that I called out was a glaze standing up there, being AFK, and I left straight away. Yep, we're doing this for weapon proficiency. This is one of the best places to farm weapon proficiency. This is the best location for weapon proficiency because weapon proficiency is based on kills. So this place has very high mob density. The mob level doesn't actually matter. So the more kills that you get as a collective team, it doesn't matter whether you kill it or somebody else kills it. This is one of the best weapon proficiency farms because you will just be able to... Okay. The best thing is to stay within 150 meters. So like, I look at these 2 points, right? There's one there, there's one there. I would normally try and separate so that I can clear one point while they clear the other. Bunny Cave is still okay, but I think the block hyper mining is slightly better in my opinion. I did a test the other day and I tried out both, but for Bunny Cave, I was not getting the same level of XP that I was getting here. Okay, I gotta go save those guys. Hey Ted, how's it going? Now, to more thoroughly explain, right? The reason why infiltrations are way better for Descendant XP is because they added a bonus at the end. So if you complete an infiltration, right, the devs actually added a bonus because they wanted players to farm different things for different stuff. And they noticed that players were not doing infiltrations a lot at all because there was no purpose to them other than getting the amorphous, and even that was difficult. So when they changed their system around, what they did was that they made the infiltration specific for Descendants. You won't get as much weapon XP because there isn't as many kills in the infiltrations, but you can get a ton of Descendant XP. And a ton of Descendant XP is possible there. So that is one of the things that you can do, and it is very, very good. Listen, Sabilis, like I said, do not, and like others have already told you, do not try to white knight for other people, alright? If that alone gave you a bad impression, then what you're doing is that you've already got a negative idea about me in your mind, which is what I will not stand for. Like I said, I am here to help people, okay? And if you already hate me for some reason, or if you already dislike me for some reason, then that's a you problem. Then that's a you problem, okay? I don't know why you dislike me or whatever, but that is up to you. The thing is, my job as an official content creator is to call out anybody that's behaving badly, including anybody in my chat. So I will happily call out AFKs, and I'll never be silent to say, oh, maybe this guy's doing this or that. Blah, 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 blah. If somebody's AFK, I am the authority on that. And it is very easy for me to see that somebody's AFK, leeching, and not contributing. The guy has an ultimate play. Come on, he knows what he's doing. More importantly, he is literally there, standing up top on a tower, trying to get XP from both places while not contributing to anything at all. This is wrong behavior, and we should not be allowing these people in our community. You should know that. So I hope in future you will not try and put words in my mouth, or try to paint me in a bad light, because I am sick of that and I will not stand for it. I have never done anything other than helping people. All of you guys should know this by now. And look, it doesn't matter how many times these people go down. I will still get them. I'll still pick them up. Alright? Or I'll at least try and kill so that others can pick them up. I have never once harmed a new player, nor have I ever given bad information. And I will never do that again. So I urge you to reconsider your impression of me, Sabilis, because if you already have a negative impression of me, then you shouldn't be at my stream. Because my stream is here to help you. Be clear on that. I don't want to have to tell you again. And vote kick, there is a problem with that, Dibram. Unfortunately, the reason why there cannot be a vote kick function, even if it would help to remove AFKs, is that people can abuse the system. In several other games that I've worked with, unfortunately, people abuse the system and abuse the vote kick functionality. If, like, let's say I've got two of my friends in here with me, right? And so we are a party of 3.
High-level Vulgus closing in.
If we're in a party of 3, and we decide that we don't like one guy, now of course I wouldn't do this as a partner, but if we decide we dislike one guy, we could abuse the vote kick function to remove that guy from the team, which is wrong. Once you have that in, unfortunately, then people may lose out, even though it's not, you know, even though they're just playing the game or just trying to have a good time. So I think that the vote kick function is definitely no. We already have a report function in game. All you guys have to do to help out the devs with this is just hit the report button, especially if you've confirmed that somebody is AFK. You just hit the report button, let the devs handle it. The devs initially, people talked about a vote kick function, but the devs decided the best way was that they handle it, because they can actually see what the person is doing in a match, and if they detect when they view the player log what the player is doing in the match, if they review and the player is like standing still, and throughout the entire match that block of activity is just standing still, jumping occasionally to prevent the AFK kick, then they can easily ban the person or issue the person a suspension. So the devs will handle things very well here. And the devs were willing to take on the additional burden because they knew that a vote kick function would be abused. So that's why vote kick does not happen here, and it will not happen here. I think that the way that they do it is better. So if you see an AFK, what you can do is you can leave the match and report them. It's very simple. And the best Kyber spot is Bunny Road. Technically, yes, if you can finish it fast enough, you can go there, get the Kyber and the mods, and then you dismantle the mods for additional Kyber. Plus you get code breakers, which you can open up vaults with. I understand that, Sibelisk, but what I'm saying here again is that thank you for thinking I'm great, but just do not ever put words in my mouth. I hope that that is clear. All right? That needs to be very clear with you, because I will no longer stand for people trying to say this about me or that about me. No. If you are here at my stream, you better understand my perspective and know that I'm only here to help people. I would never do anything to harm anybody. All right? And if somebody is clueless, then they should be on a normal Descendant. Most of the time, if they're on a normal Descendant, I'll let it go, even if there is negative behavior. But if they're on an ultimate Descendant, then they literally know what they're doing, because either they bought that Descendant or farmed it. And most likely, if they farmed it and they're in there just abusing stuff, then they're not very good anyway. So please be clear on that. Zero bullying me, I understand that. That's why vote kick functions can often be abused in games like that. And that's why I'm glad that there isn't one here, because again, without naming the game, there are several games where literally if you do not do exactly what the team wants, you will be removed. In fact, I myself, when playing a previous game, now granted, I will only say that in that particular game, I did have to remove certain people because there were certain behaviors that could be very detrimental at high level play. So for that one, I had no choice but to kick people. But there are indeed games where you will have to remove people. And in those games, the kick functionality can also be abused unfairly. Yeah. I think that they should not legacy, because a vote to kick function is not right, especially in this game. What you can do is that if you have somebody that's not contributing, just report them as AFK and leave. I hope so, Sibelisk. Thank you for understanding. Like I said, I don't want to have to scold anybody, but I will without hesitation, because again, this is the one thing I won't stand for. All right, let's say I want to report somebody just to show you guys the feature. Please do not abuse this. All right, you can select being AFK here. Do not ask for a vote to kick, because I think that a vote to kick feature would be abused in very, very unfair ways. And at the end of the day, I stand strongly against it. I stand strongly against it. You can email the developers, but again, this is not something that they should be doing in this game. The developers already said at the start, now unless they lose manpower or they cannot monitor it on their end, then fair enough. We might have to police ourselves. But for the most part, I am quite certain, I am 95% certain the devs are more than willing to take on the burden, and they have already indicated that they will. So we don't need a vote kick. What you do is you just report the person for being AFK and you leave. You leave. And then you play it and you go to the next match. Whatever. Because believe me, what's gonna happen is that if you guys push for a vote to kick, the devs might think, okay, we'll make the player base happy, we'll introduce vote to kick. And then 3 friends are going to be playing something, and then you come in and you do it your way, or maybe you're running Bunny, right? And these 3 friends kick you because they said, oh, Bunny's ruining our experience. Or you go into a hard mode infiltration and you're a solo player. Do you know what's going to happen? The solo players are going to have the worst possible time, and they're going to leave and they're not going to enjoy themselves. And this is where a lot of people who do not know the video game industry inside out, right? They think they want something, but then when the feature actually comes in, they find their own experience ruined. So if a vote kick feature comes in, you better pray that you're always playing in a team with friends, because if you don't have the majority on your side, you know, you're gonna end up getting kicked here. Or some people see Bunny, oh, I hate Bunny, kick. Or some people are gonna see, oh, this character, I don't like this character, kick. Like this is probably the worst thing that could happen. So no. Very, very bad idea. No problem, Lurk Unit. That's what I do. I educate people. Okay, let me see. This is almost done. I should go get brains, so I can craft some more. Stuff. No, some people just don't like Bunny because they say that, oh, Bunny kills everything, so I can't shoot anything or I can't kill anything. Like basically, it says that they feel, and there's the sentiment that I want to actually play the game. I want to have it like. This is why people have been asking for a private mode for the special operations, so that people can just play alone if they want to. the thing is that some people don't like the fact that Bunny exists because Bunny is a farming character. So if I walk around like this, right, nobody's gonna get a shot in, right? Because I'm literally just zapping everything to death. So some people feel that this ruins their experience. Now, I personally don't mind playing alone because here I don't care. I'm gonna kill everything anyway, you see? So yeah, this is why like Bunny receives a lot of hate because Bunny does everything farming wise better than other characters, but she is literally designed for that because she's a speedster. Her entire kit and her entire basis is to be fast. Her job is to run around, absolutely wipe the floor with everybody, you know, and just go fast. So what I've done is I've increased my range to about 25 meters. My lightning bolts can hit anything, anytime, anywhere. And this can sometimes upset players because players are like, rather than thinking about getting things done faster, they're like, I want to shoot my gun. I want to actually play the game. Again, private mode would solve a lot of these problems. Then I could just go into special operations in private and I'm relaxed on that. This mission is not best weapon XP. The one I was doing before was best weapon XP. I'm just here because I want to collect neural circuits at the same time. There's also that wrist, fat chipmunk. Like I said, the knife cuts both ways. A lot of people, they request features that they don't realize can be abused. And again, this is why I don't mind that the devs listen to the players, but they need to be very careful about who they're listening to. Exactly, Damien. I was doing the block kyber mining in sterile lands. Lynch, please watch my video on how to farm weapon proficiency if you haven't seen it already. That's the best answer. Because if you're not unaware about where to farm weapon proficiency, I have a video on it. You can find it in my playlist. Here's my playlist of all my videos. Okay. There you go. Everything you need is in there. But anyway, the thing is, Damien, I agree. Hating Bunny is stupid, but a lot of people are stupid. What you gotta realize is that, think about it, we have over 90,000 players at any one point in time playing this game. If we include console as well, not just Steam, and if we include Game Pass as well. We have a lot of players playing this game constantly, right? But how many are at my stream? 87. So, of course, most people prefer to play a game rather than just watching about a game. But 87 is the number that is being educated. So if you think about it, that's the reason why there's a lot of people that hate on Bunny or don't understand things because they don't get a chance to see how efficient things are. Like when you have Bunny, you don't need a team. You can just do everything by yourself if you want to, which means that you don't have to bother with matchmaking or etiquette or anything. Just go do whatever you want. Why would I ever give this up, you know? And yes, there are some people as well, and this is the other thing, they leave if there's no Bunny for them to leech off of. Like I said, there's all sorts of stupidity going on right now, and that would be amplified by having a vote kick function or things like that, because yeah, look, by the people for the people is great, but what happens when the people don't even know what's in their best interest? Then what do you get? Of course, Lynch, even with the event going on, dungeons are absolutely useless for weapon proficiency. Why? Weapon proficiency is all about kills. It has nothing to do with the XP that you get. And the infiltration mission's XP is only for Descendants anyway. It only gives you additional XP for Descendants. So no matter what, you're gonna lose out. Flo, please wait. I am currently working on my Haley build. When I eventually have it, it'll be posted on the channel. If you haven't seen a video yet, it means I haven't posted it yet. I wouldn't say democracy is bad, but democracy needs to be it needs to also have a system. When you have complete and utter democracy, even the majority opinion can be swayed. So be very careful. This is why in life I always tell people, things aren't just one way. Things aren't just this way or that way. You know, there's always more than one side to things. And having knowledge is about being able to think outside of the box and not just within the box of what you're fed. Valby is fine as well. Balby's a decent farming character. You're 67 years old? Jesus. Well, enjoy the gaming. But to be honest, Bunny should be fairly easy because all you have to do is press one skill and run. Like my fingers are on 2 keys of the keyboard. Now, again, I don't use the toggle on sprint. You can use toggle on sprint if you want, but I'm holding down the shift key, pressing W and just running in a direction. Every 20 seconds or so, I press my V button on my keyboard. And off it goes, you know? So, Bunny is not intense at all. I mean, a lot of people make Bunny look intense, but realistically, all you gotta do is this. If you're using the high voltage farming build that I've got, very easy. I mean, I jump around a lot, but only because if you jump, you get an additional trigger of the lightning. So I jump solely for that reason. I always use hold on sprint because, like I said, I'm old school. I'm not old, but I'm an old school gamer. I don't like toggle sprint. I only use toggle sprint in games like SM2, Space Marine 2, where I can... Now, I hate referencing other games while I'm streaming First Descendant, but I think it's better to make it clear. I use toggle there because it's a lot easier to pull off some of my attacks in that game. So for this one, I don't do that. I think it just adds to the challenge tenor, dude. So, yeah, it does bother me that they come with set roles, but at the end of the day, I figured that that is what the devs implemented as part of the challenge of playing the game. So they want us to think outside the box and to adjust accordingly. I said, fine, challenge accepted, you know? I love being able to dismantle in combat, too. It's great. Gave me 52, nice. Lepic is awesome, but Lepic for me has been superseded by Haley. I'm almost finished with my Haley builds. I'll try and start posting them next week if I can. I still haven't finished my Glade bossing build because, oh, I need a gold reactor. I can't. I've tried, but like getting it perfect is so difficult. Genuinely so difficult. Sometimes it's like that. Don't sweat it. RNG will go in your favor eventually. And Inso, sorry, I only just saw your message. Like Biolab and Magister's Lab, if there's no bunny that people leave, wow. Yeah, that's a wild one. I can certainly say that it's very rare for me to actually encounter people that do that, so I'm thankful in a way. But that's a rough one. Yeah, fair enough. To each their own. The nanotube is one of the tough ones. David, I just kept the best ones because once you reach hard mode, everything drops at level 100. So I used to store up and keep old copies of weapons, then I just threw them all away. So you don't need to keep weapons before level 100. I just use whatever's the best that I can get my hands on. And then once I got to level 100, all I did with my purple and blue weapons was level them once to 40 and that's it. I threw them in the bin after that. Because once you hit hard mode and level 100, you'll be focusing solely on ultimate weapons anyway. Nobody ever uses the normal weapons after that. So yeah. At first I thought when I first came to this game that it was like Destiny where you could only use one ultimate weapon or like it would be like an exotic weapon. I realized that that's not the case and you can have 3 ultimate weapons if you want, so there's no point in keeping anything other than an ultimate weapon. Some people still do like their purple weapons, but I find that without the unique ability, it's just not good. And if you invest in the purple weapon, it's going to cost you a lot to get the best investment out of it, so you may as well invest in the ultimates. Do I farm with viewers, Fuji? No. There's a strong reason for that, because I don't know who's on the other end. Now, I promise you, I'm not trying to have a go at Sabilis for this, but already we had one misunderstanding today. If I farm with viewers, I never know who will misunderstand me or, you know, try to put words in my mouth or stuff like that. It's happened before. So for me, I do not farm with viewers. The only time I ever do anything with viewers is on community night, which is Saturday. And again, at the end of the day, I have to blame people for this because people are so quick to judge and so quick to say stuff about others without understanding the situation or without actually, again, not trying to have a go at Sabilis. This is just how I found things are. So right now, my system is very simple. If you wanna run with me, you have to be a high tier channel member. Only if you've got a high enough tier channel membership are you allowed to run with me, because that way I know that the person is serious about the channel, they're invested in the channel, and they actually care about me as a streamer. If they are not invested, then unfortunately I cannot run with them. Characters are an important way to level mastery as well. Yes, you're supposed to get every character to level 40. So if you, well, I don't have disposable characters. I just buy a slot for every single Descendant because I don't like to lose anything in my collection. But you need to level every Descendant to level 40 at least once. And on top of that, you will also need to get every weapon to level 40. But weapons I don't keep. After I get the weapon to level 40, if it's purple or blue, I throw it away. For ultimates, I keep them, obviously, because I'll upgrade them at a later time. For Descendants, what I do is I remove the Descendant. I never remove the Descendant. I buy a Descendant slot. So you start with 10 slots, and you can buy more. You can get more slots through Mastery as well anyway, but the max is 10. And then after that, you have to buy Descendant slots. They cost 50 caliber each, and that is equating to $1 US, so it's not too expensive. I'm the opposite way, Damien. When I play Bunny, I pay less attention to detail. That's why I gave mine so much hit points, because I basically run straight into barrels. You still have to work on Ultimate Bunny, unfortunately, because there's no getting around it. Ultimate Bunny has access to high voltage, which is what you need. And I mean, you can choose not to use the high voltage build. You can still build my farming build without using high voltage, but you have to adjust for the lightning emissions cooldown and duration, because high voltage has a lower cooldown compared to lightning emission and more damage. So you're also gonna need that for bossing. It's up to you, really, but yeah, unfortunately you will have to reinvest, because I don't know when they'll implement the system to transfer your investment from normal Descendant to Ultimate Descendant. It could be next season, it could be 10 seasons down the line, we don't know. So because of that, I would say it's better to just farm another energy activator and the crystallization catalyst, which is fairly easy once you're in hard mode, and then you just off you go. Get your Ultimate Bunny, reinvest in her. It won't take long. Congrats on the piercing light BP, Petro. But yes, coming back to the previous point, you know, just to finalize the answer, I only ever run with people who have invested in my stream and who are serious about the channel. Like, if they're serious about making me the best streamer, then they get playtime with me. If not, then it's okay, I do it on my own. Because I'd rather not have to deal with the drama that comes with some people, unfortunately. This is no offense to anybody, I'm just gonna say that it's just a lot better to keep myself safe. Again, as a professional in this field, I'm not gonna risk anything. And sometimes viewers may come on board and say and do things like it's just not right. And again, as somebody that's working hard, yeah, that's a no-no. So I keep myself safe in that way. Pretty much, yeah. Like I said, it's a lot easier when I know that I can trust the individual. Like, there's zero risk to me, so I'm just like, okay, I know I can trust this guy. Then it makes it easier because that way I'm not worrying or sweating about anything. So for those that are invested in the channel, anytime they need me, I'm there. Oh, so the extra Descendant parts, later on there'll be a systems obelisk where they're gonna make it so we can trade in all our extra parts for other useful things. I don't know what they're gonna do with that system yet. They're still working on it, but in future, that's what we'll do. So for now, if you get like extra Izimo parts or Lepic parts or whatever, just keep them in your inventory. They don't take up any extra space, so don't sweat it too much. Eventually, like I said, they will have something we can do with them. But I just don't know when they'll implement that system.
No chance.
Hakai, have you watched my video on all the Glade Transcendent mods? If you haven't, it's in my playlist. I would suggest taking a look at that. If you watch my video on all the Transcendent mods, you can make an informed decision for yourself. I think that would be best. Nice, Yanmoy. Enjoy yourself. Alright, let's see how many brains I have so far. Only 61, I need more. Then I'll go back to farming weapon levels. Okay, a couple more runs of this and I should be good to go. I gotta admit, I love the new filter system. It's working so well for me. It's beautiful right now. I can't wait to work on Enzo next. Like, that is my next big thing. Now that I'm mostly done with Haley, yeah. Enzo's the next boy. Enzo's the next big boy on the list.
Shield.
Yeah, Enzo's great for vaults, but I want to work on him as a proper character. I already got the ideal Transcendent mod for him, so I'm settled. No problem, Ted. I hope you get better soon, man. I'm sorry to hear that you're so sick. Please do rest well, get better soon, you know. My thoughts are with you. Alright, you have a good one. You relax, you rest, you enjoy your Sunday, Ted. We'll play again soon, once you're well. So please do rest well, buddy. Have a good night, pal. Poor Ted's been sick for a while. No problem, my guy. You rest well, pal. Yeah, truly, his Transcendent mods make such a difference. And that's what I like about it. It's great. He's great. Oh, turns out I'm full up on mods. Guess I'll have to go dismantling a little bit.
Why, you little... My shields!
That is unfortunate, Tomo. Is Enzo hard to get? No, of course not. Enzo is one of the easiest to get.
No chance!
Okay, let's head back to Albion first. Doing good, Gorilla King? I'm doing good every single day. No problem at all. I enjoy my time. Very true, very true. Okay, all these filters are good. So very, very good. Only there was a fire fusion guy. Oh well. Hey, Foxy, how's it going? Glad to see ya. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna quickly clean this up. Now, let's put socket here. Now, please bear with me for a second. I just want to clear this up.
Welcome. You're here for modules, right?
I will just be a second. Okay.
Welcome to the modules lab.
Casual X, theoretically, once you get to hard mode, that is what people do. People will focus on one Descendant first and one weapon in general. But eventually you're gonna want more, and that way you can overcome more situations. So I would say start there. Start with one. For me, the first thing I worked on was Bunny, and I did not work on Thunder Cage actually. I worked on the Python and then Greg's Reverse Fate. So that was my pathway because it worked a lot better in my personal opinion. That is what I would recommend to most people. Again, I also leave the choice and decision up to the individual. Some people prefer to work on multiple things at once. Some people prefer to work on one thing at one time. The choice is really yours. There's no right or wrong answer, but yeah, that's what I've done. I worked on Ultimate Bunny first, then I worked on Ultimate Lepic. That's why their builds come out in order. I focus on one Descendant at a time and maximize that. Because you try to do too many things at one time, you'll pretty much go nutty. So I always recommend chilling and blood spilling. Now, before anyone asks, yes, I very much prefer to do it manually. I'm a manual man. Okay, all that's done. Now, we're going to combine the extra modules we have here. See if we can get Luna's new mod. I got the aggressive melody already. Still need the other one, which I do not have yet. And the final piece falls my glaze this afternoon. Nice job. And what am I working on? I'm currently just working on weapon proficiency levels. That's all. Nothing too fantastic or special. You, bionic fuel. Meh. Let me see. I think I'm only missing one module. Let me just double check. Yeah, Singer's Mercy. That's all I'm missing. Didn't know I had all the Enzo modules. Oh, I've got Supply Tactical Armor too. Huh. When did I ever get that? Oh, well, I guess Focus Fire is the only thing that's left. But yeah, I'm only missing Singer's Mercy. I need to get that eventually, which I will. Lol, Petro. Suffer. Suffer greatly. Exactly, Hakai. Enzo and Sharon, very true. You must have these descendants. They make farming a lot easier, which is good. I do enjoy them a lot. Someday I suppose I want to work on their build a little bit. Okay, this has been settled somewhat. Now I need to plan, so give me a moment. Almost done planning. Okay, what I can do now is I need to very, very temporarily put Gregos here temporarily put on this. Okay. Suppose this will do for now. Okay. Okay, we are just going to go in and do a quick check. External components. External components you have to check week to week. If you go to the difficulty level rewards in your map, once you enter hard mode, that's where you can farm external components. Mods, you just have to go to access info. For that one, I have a guide called How to Find and Farm Anything in the Game. Use that. What you want to do is you want to use access info, check where to acquire the mod, and then off you go. But you will never need to farm mods usually, because you can get a lot of them by combining. So I would highly recommend focusing on combining. That's usually the way people do things. Okay, Gun Haley test 1 complete. You're most welcome. I can show you now though, but access info for modules, just go here. Access info has everything, all right? External components, modules, all this kind of stuff. When you're talking about finding external components, this is only available in hard mode. Difficulty level rewards down the bottom. Each week there are certain components you can farm. Processor, memory, and sensor are this week. You have to go to that map and do missions there to get the stuff. All right? Hope that helps. Haley is indeed the best bosser in the game. We all know it. Everybody knows it. I just put heart symbols on everything because I already memorized what I need. Yep, this is Haley's gun build, so it is pretty fast. That's Hard Devourer, but Hard Devourer has no hit points anyway. I use him as a baseline test, and after that I go elsewhere. A lot of people say Hard Devourer is the best test. I'm like, nah. Hard Devourer is the best test if you are absolute turd. But this is mostly the basic test. What a lot of people try and misinform people about is that this is the best and easiest test to use. This is incorrect. This is a good test, but only for baseline. So usually what you do is when you're testing anything, you start with Hard Devourer because he's got the lowest hit points and shields. So no matter what, you must be able to kill him. Once you can kill him in one phase, okay. So that is your base. Then what you do is you will go and test something like Pyromaniac and adjust in accordance with what you start to see, like what kind of results you start to see beyond the base, you know? So when you're doing more serious testing, first you start with Devourer, then you'll test something else. We're going to do the same thing, but now we're going to go here to your Hard Pyromaniac and we're going to give him a try and we'll see what actually happens. Enjoy, Angelo. So same system right now. Okay, not possible to one phase, but pretty decent. But then again, I didn't expect a one phase on this one. Come on. I can't believe I missed that. I know my movement speed is a little rough, but damn. Okay. Okay. I'm satisfied. One minute. Okay. I'm satisfied. Alright, let's get out of here. I don't think you guys are heathens. Besides, even if I were a religion, the only thing I would ask is that you guys use critical thinking and reasoning. Once you get my builds, you can do exactly what I'm doing. I promise you guys I'll get the Enduring Legacy out as soon as possible. It's almost done. I had to finish the testing, but it's literally almost done. So, forgive me, we are going to switch over again. This is perfect. I need to level it up 2 more times, so I'm going to swap to my Georgia Peach Queen here. And we're going to put the Enduring Legacy in. There we are. Okay, everything good. Recess is real. Maybe someday, my friend. Maybe someday. If only I was actually able to bless people and help them. I do not think this is currently the case, but I'm trying. Okie day. That's all good. Swap over to high voltage farming. Everything is fine for now. Next. How many brains did I get? Okay, I still need more brains, so we're gonna go finish off the brain farm. Then we'll go gather some more weapon levels. So, back to the ship and base. Hope you and George are enjoying this heretical slaying. I miss my power sword already. Alright, let's go. I need to get at least 100 plus brains so that I can farm continuously. That's usually my goal. Once I do that, I'm good to go. Good. Haley is the best bosser in the game right now. But the thing is, right, she was made more difficult to obtain because, or at least the original intention was to make her difficult to obtain because she was intended for higher level content, i.e. the Deathstalker, which is coming soon. So yeah, there's a lot to do.
My shield! No chance! So slow!
Okay. Let's move this thing over. Oh, come on. You know, I know the devs worked hard on the whole animation to spawn stuff, but Jesus, I wish it would go a lot faster. You know, whenever they have stuff that spawns, it should just insta-spawn in the game, I think. I can tell you that after testing out the Fallen Hope, if I want a mob with Freyna, I would rather use the Thunder Cage, and if I want a boss with Freyna, I would definitely not be using Fallen Hope. Because I'm pretty sure Fallen Hope is garbage. Just my honest take on it. Based on what I know, the Python would be far superior. Spawn and die? What? What are you referencing, Star? Who would I max out first, Haley or Enzo? I would max Haley first. But neither of them are mobbers, just so you know. If I wanted to mob, I would use Bunny, so please make sure you have your Bunny. Because look, Haley and Enzo are great, but they're both bossing characters at the end of the day. If you want a mob, who is better than Bunny? Valby's okay. She's useful for some of the invasions, i.e. Legion of Darkness. So Valby's still decent, and of course you need a good Valby. Like, for Gluttony, if you want to ensure success, one Valby is necessary. Because that way you just don't have to worry about Gluttony, you can just abuse him. So, I would say that very much so, Valby is kind of crucial. But again, it's down to... oh my god, there was one that I didn't activate. Lame. But yes, although it's down to a personal choice, Valby is still useful, I think. And I have enjoyed her, but I use her mostly as a farmer. I've only built her farming build. I haven't built her bossing build. Her bossing build is good, don't get me wrong. But I have not had a need for it. And the reasoning for and the reason I haven't needed to build anything else is because there's just no point. Well, there's no point for now. I do want to spec into her at some point in future, but Enzo is just far superior if it comes to bossing. So I've just kept Valby and Bunny as my farmers, and then Enzo and Haley are my bossers. But I haven't worked on Enzo yet. Lol, Hakai, thank you very much. But I am certainly not a better farmer than Bunny. All I can do is give you guides and tricks. You're still gonna need Bunny to actually pull them off. I would not say that they discourage group play. But if you don't mind me asking, why do you feel that they discourage group play? In what way do you feel that they discourage group play? Because I think maybe this is a concern that I can at least help to address. Because I certainly don't feel that way at all. I do it by choice, but I'm kind of curious. Glay is still good for bossing, yeah, of course. Glay has always been a good bosser. I mean, Lepic is still a decent bosser too. But Haley and Enzo are currently just center stage, I guess, because of how efficient they are. Glay is good, don't get me wrong. But Glay has her own struggles. Namely that her predator instinct is kind of useless, and I feel that that was intended to be her gun bossing mod, and I'm kind of disappointed with that one. Hopefully in future it will not be so bad. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Lol, fair enough, Princess Star. Now I finally understood. It's because I said I wish they would spawn faster. It's like spawn and die. Lol. Unfortunately, Troy, there's no way to really change anything. The only other way to mob would be to like use Thunder Cage, and yeah, that's not gonna give you the same experience as Bunny. If you want to change things up for mobbing, get yourself a Valby, and you can farm using Valby's farming build. That is unfortunately the best that I can do for you. Wait, I think my YouTube chat died. Give me a second. Okay, Season 1. Also, the complete lack of intuitive chat features. What do you mean by intuitive chat features? Because, are you talking more about console? Because, for me, I mean, I just type. But if there's a lack of chat features for console, then maybe that's something that you can feed back to the devs. But Season 1 itself is not an explanation for why this game discourages group play. Or you talk about invasions. Because if you're talking about invasions, I can say it right now that this was a mismatch. See? What happened with Season 1 is a mismatch in the dev's vision versus player vision. I actually was one of the first ones to raise concerns when they said invasion dungeons would be solo dungeons. I'm like, what are you doing putting a solo dungeon in an MMORPG? Like, I mean, this is more of a looter shooter, but still, this has MMO elements, and realistically discouraging that, yeah, I do agree on that. Not having team play for that was silly, and now they have to walk it back, and they're going to introduce matchmaking for it. The fact of the matter is that they need to design their elements more around team play, but Season 1 was a series of unfortunate mistakes because, again, the devs had a vision, but I think it did not translate well to how an international audience reacts to changes in live service games. What you gotta understand is that these devs are very much focused around Korean type games, and I think this is their first international venture. Previously they did have international games like MapleStory and whatnot, but again, these were mostly heavily concentrated in Korea, whereas these types of games that they have now are very, like this game that they have now is a very different venture to what they had in the past, knowing their game history, which is why I think they're still struggling with the proper concepts. There's no water element gun. Water is not an element. There's only 4 elements: toxic, fire, electric, ice. That's it. Chill. There's no water element. Water is non-attribute. And Ajax is okay, but he's not really a bosser or anything. He's just tank. But even as a tank, like he can sort of mob really well if you focus on his skill build. It is possible to do that. I do plan on experimenting with that in the far future, but not right now. Yes, Valby is non-elemental. But Ajax, unfortunately, and we all know that George is an Ajax main, but Ajax doesn't get a lot of love right now because tanks are not, like, he doesn't have a taunt skill. Like, if he had a taunt skill, then everybody would play Ajax because you would always need one on the team. But right now, the only one with a taunt skill is freaking Jaber. So, like, I don't know. I feel that, like, having a tank that has no taunt is weird. Because as soon as his barrier is up, the barrier should be attracting boss fire. Like, the boss should be attracted toward the void energy or something like that. They could always swing the story that way. Ajax has all these awesome defensive skills, but nothing to actually protect his teammates with. Because your teammates are going to be moving around. You need to be attracting the bosses to hit the barrier, is what I feel. So, yeah, me personally, I think that Ajax needs a lot of work. And I hope that they make it so that he attracts aggro. Like, he should have such a high threat rating that the boss always only goes after the Ajax player. If that's the case, then it frees up everybody else to do DPS, which is what you want. That way, bosses like Gluttony could be 2 Haleys, 1 Ajax for drawing the boss fire. And then you could have the Valby to cool down the boss. And I tell you, every boss fight would be so smooth, and there'll be a purpose to Ajax in a team, other than just flavor. So yeah, I do hope they'll add a taunt to him, or make it so he can take aggro. No, this is not a good weapon leveling spot. I mean, it's okay, but I'm here to collect neural circuits. I'm actually going back to block hybrid mining soon. I'm literally only here to collect the neural circuits. Because for catalysts, you need a lot of neural circuits, and I like to stock up 100 each time because I was getting low. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go stock up 100 first. Yeah, I think they need to work on the farming characters, the dot characters like Blair and Valby a lot, because they're just too weak. Their dots are too weak right now. Hopefully in future they'll do better with them. But after that, after they work on those, I think that it would be very important as well to focus up on Ajax and the like. Because, or maybe do it simultaneously, because I just feel that Ajax just needs one change. Give him a taunt. If Ajax's skills are able to taunt enemies, then he is fine. He will do perfectly. Well, if you've got suggestions about the so-called intuitive chat features and things like that, then maybe you can give them to the devs. That'll be helpful for sure. But yes, community-based interaction is something that the devs are working on. I think, like I said, They are slowly gaining experience with this type of game. Into the Luniverse. If anybody ever complains about that, what you do is you mute them in voice chat, and then you block them, and then you never have to deal with them ever again. That's what I would do. Abusing the character by using a maxed out character. Tell that guy to go fly a kite. Because that is not what we do here. I don't want an ultimate heavy weapon that draws aggro, no. I want Ajax himself to draw aggro. Because I don't want him pigeonholed into using a particular weapon. He should be allowed to, like, go full on with Enduring Legacy or whatever he wants to. So rather than ultimate heavy weapon that draws aggro, I think that Ajax himself needs to draw aggro. If anyone's complaining, like, there's still a lot of trolls in this game, unfortunately, because quite frankly the game is free. So you'll get a lot of weirdos that just come around and do stuff. Now for those that want to know the best weapon leveling spot, I'm going to show you right now. Block Kyber Mining in Sterile Land. This is still the best place. Yeah, unfortunately, Kyle got shafted hard. There's nothing we can do about that. No. If you want to use shotguns, just use Enzo. Shotguns are designed for Enzo. I don't want it to be a Transcendent mod as well. Because I feel that his Transcendent mods offer him a lot already, and we shouldn't take away that flexibility. Rather, his base kit needs aggro. I will be firm on this. I want his base kit, his base passive should be that he generates 50% more threat than anybody else in the game. Once they give him baseline threat, like he can have a Transcendent mod that can increase it, or some Transcendent mods can increase his threat rating, but I want 50% increased threat baseline built into his passive. Or hell, I would say 75% would be a better choice, that way to make sure that he holds aggro. But again, I don't know what their aggro system is. It doesn't seem to be based on damage. So 50% might be enough. Yeah, sorry, I forgot about Glay, you're right. Shotguns were built for Glay and Enzo. Especially Executor now. I wouldn't mind if it's Expulsion added Taunt, but I want Taunt baseline as well. How long did it take me to get Haley? Only 3 streams. But I did farm the invasions for a few days before that. So if you check my live stream history, I know there's a lot of live streams because I have 2 per day. But if you go back far enough, you'll actually see that I did about 3 farming streams for Haley, and I got it all done within 3 streams. You go here just for kicks. I've seen this place so much that I would never come here for kicks. Like, man, I hate this place so much. But it is unfortunately the best and only leveling spot. Like, it was a novelty at first compared to the Bunny Cave, but now I'm as sick of it as I am of the Bunny Cave. But unfortunately, this is the only place to actually get your weapon levels, so you ain't got a choice. It's this way or no way at all. But at least the plus side is that you get plenty of void fragments, so whenever I have to open up reactor amorphous, I don't have to think about it. I just get the amorphous, go straight to the reactor. No farming fragments necessary. His damage is mostly based on guns, so I wouldn't even worry about that at all. Like, to be perfectly frank, Ajax has nothing to do with lowering his damage would not be necessary to make him a tank. His damage is already baseline compared to other Descendants because he uses mostly gun. Even if you were to run his skill build, it's not like he's a bosser with skills. So I would say no, don't worry about it at all. Are you talking about White Knight Gulch's block Kyber Mining? It's too slow. Way too slow. The enemy density is roughly the same. If you're talking about weapon proficiency, right? Weapon proficiency is all about the number of kills that you can get within a specific area. And unfortunately, if you want to get all the kills within an area, within the 150 meters, White Knight Gulch is too far. White Knight Gulch will not help you do that because in White Knight Gulch, you are literally too far away for it to matter. So even if you take 2 spots at once, you're just not getting enough XP. But here, it's a way, way better. Because of the enemy density.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
And Thunder Cage is worth investing, yes. It's one of the best for mobbing. Vespers, Void Fragment, and Moonlight Lake. No. And I don't know why anyone would go there. I mean, some people might say that there's good mob density, but in that case, it would be as bad as the Bunny Cave anyway. Unless it has more than, based on my calculations, unless you have more than 120 mobs per minute, you're not gonna get very good value. Sorry, unless you're gonna get more than 120 mobs within the entire duration of it. Yeah, it is about a minute. Then it's not gonna be better, unfortunately. Because Bunny Cave is way better than that, I would say. Fair enough, Sibelisk. But I have to say, I think you'd be in the minority. For most gamers, it is all about efficiency, and that seems to be what matters. Efficiency is the biggest key for most things, so if you're having fun, that's good. But I don't think, and I just have to say this, I don't think even future seasons will be catering toward fun. It's gonna be way more about, you know, like how to get strong, things like that, and they're gonna introduce more and more efficient ways to do things. Like, they want to make it a smooth experience for casual gamers, but I think that the fun of it, like the more fun factors at play, would be more from like introducing horde modes or stuff like that. So they're definitely going to be introducing stuff, but it'll be more geared towards like, I think they want to make it so that the hardcore players have more fun because they're not having a lot of fun this season, and the casual players also have more fun. So the whole just for fun play might be missed out a little bit, I think, for now.
High-level Vulgus closing in.
Because there's still a lot of features missing in the game, and I think they're going to try and add them in over time. But yeah, it'll still take some time to do it. I mean, sure, William, if you want to delete the normal ones, you can. But it's up to you. I keep them all in my collection. You got 10 cats to put in Bunny? Good. Enjoy.
No chance. My shield.
I do hope there'll be more fun community play options in future, though. Like, I think that'll be really good for the long term of this game. But for now, their most immediate concerns would probably be adding in horde modes, things like that. Stuff to keep people entertained and interested. Especially the hardcores, because they got shafted a little bit this season. But fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I'm sure they know what they're doing.
This is mine.
I do have high hopes as well. I think that they'll be pretty good with this. Lol. Fair enough.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
Out of my way!
Oh, me? I'm not fed up with this mission. I don't really care. Because, like, for me, what matters is efficiency. The only thing I want to do is make sure that I get my weapon levels up. Because I've got builds to make, man. And I need to show people how to do stuff. So the only way I can do it is putting multiple catalysts and stuff to fully test it. So I actually don't care. Like, for me, fun is not really a factor. And I think most professional creators as well, they don't worry too much about that, because I think that what is most important for me is being able to do my job. And my job, of course, is to bring you guys the information, the builds, all that kind of stuff. Fun is secondary because I work YouTube as a job, so it doesn't bother me, I guess. So, like, whether I enjoy this mission or not, I can run the same mission 10 hours if I need to. What matters is that I just get it done. But of course, I think that they should have more horde-based missions, because I would like to see missions that are focused around enemy density. I think that they activate a lot of neurons for people as well, which is kind of why, like, for anyone that's played Diablo 3, the greater rifts were a hugely popular thing, because you go in there, you know, there's so many mobs to kill, you feel good about yourself, you know? So I think that that's what they're really missing right now. Like, I think if they have that, like, it'll be okay. But they're missing that kind of horde mode right now. Defense doesn't count because defense is on timer. Yeah. What you do is you go to access info, Miss Raven. You check the thing, cooling metallic foil. If it says that you can open up vaults for it, vaults are always the best way. Of course, you should change everything, Kim. The only thing that's good is firearm attack. Never. There are always 4 rolls on most weapons. Okay. Now, some of them you have to adjust a little bit, but I'll tell you straight up, there's more or less 4 rolls on the weapons that you really want. Okay. The first one is firearm attack, critical hit rate, critical hit damage, and then attack versus Colossus. That's usually the best. All right. That's normally what I would put on pretty much everything. It depends on the LMG. Have you guys watched my video on weapon stats? Because if you haven't watched that video, I would highly recommend watching that video. What you need to do is you need to be able to read weapon stats and understand which ones suit crits, which ones do not. If you haven't studied that, please study that video, otherwise wait for my build.
Careful, Descendant. We're picking up a signal for a unit whose power capabilities are
It's up to you to decide, you know, you can wait for my build, but like I said, it's up to you to decide whether or not that's good for you or not. It seems bad. That means that you have learned nothing, Petro. There's no such thing as seems bad in this game. Have you done your field testing?
Out of my way!
Never look at something and say seems bad. Rather, go and fight a few bosses. Go test. And then if it doesn't feel good, then test without it. Test with it, test without it. You must never be narrow-minded in your judgments. Again, wait for my build. I will not be revealing anything, Petro. Either wait for my build or decide for yourself. But that's why I highly encourage people, test for yourself. I'm not going to give you the answer. And trying to suss out that kind of stuff is pretty bad. So don't do it. Wait for the build, or you can use my guidance videos to learn about stats and then decide for yourself. Alright, in the meantime, ladies and gents, don't forget to like the stream and of course register me as your content creator, especially if you enjoy the info that I bring. But to protect my content, I will not be revealing anything. Very nice. Now I get the rest of the stats gold, Kim. Nice track. Enjoy logging on. I'm just leveling weapon stuff. If you wish to join me, let me know. Petro, I already told you I will not be answering that right now. Okay, please wait for the build video. You gotta stop asking this, buddy. Because, like I've said, I've gotta protect my content. So, please do not ask me these kinds of questions. Wait for the build video, or decide for yourself, okay? I will not tell you again, Petro. Because even when I've told you before that I will not be discussing these things, you always ask, alright? This is not good behavior. I've warned you before, Petro. If you want to ask questions about other mechanics and things like that, that's fine. But build-related questions will not be answered until I publish the video. You know this. Do not do it again, alright? Please. Thank you. I hope that you won't be doing it again, Petro. I don't want to have to give you a third warning. If I have to warn you a third time, and I'd hate to have to do this, I will boot you from my stream. And I don't want to do that. Congrats, Doom Overlord. Keep it up. And thank you very much for supporting the channel. Hey, what's up, man?
Trying to get back into this game. I got frustrated earlier today, well.
What did you do? Or rather, what were you trying to do?
I did some readjustments on my Enduring Legacy.
High-level Vulgus closing in.
Cost me a
Target
fortune,
this unit
and
first.
it's still broken.
Lol.
I was basically just trying to roll a higher firearm attack, and it's cost me a lot.
I get as close to gold as I can and I just leave it there usually. I don't go for perfected rolls because perfected rolls are nearly impossible.
I
Thanks,
had a blue
Abilis.
firearm attack, and it annoyed me. I wanted that thing to get purple.
Fair enough. I'm almost there. Doom Overlord, please do not ask about other games when I'm streaming First Descendant. I ask you kindly to do that because, again, I am more or less under contract, so I try to refer to games as minimally as possible. If you would like to catch all my streams, what you should do is, do you see the bell button? Hit the bell button, set it to all, alright? Set it to all, and then make sure that you tune in for all my streams. That way you won't miss when I am streaming other games. I have no set schedule right now, okay? But if you're interested in other games, I will not be answering the question here. What you do is you come when I stream it. So make sure your notifications are set to all. The bell button will help you with this. If you set your bell button to personalized, YouTube will only tell you about content that you're interested in, which means that if you're not being notified about other streams or other content, it means that you're not interested in it or you haven't watched enough of it. So if you want to see all the streams, hit that bell right now, set it to all. Do not set it to personalized because YouTube is very strict on when you set it to personalized, it's very strict. If you've only watched one type of content from me, it won't tell you about any other content I post. But if you hit the bell button and you set it to all, it'll tell you no matter what I post, which is very important. Very nice, Luniverse. Hopefully they are the golds you need. And yes, I'm almost done testing the Legacy, to be honest. So that one should be coming out soon. But definitely not today. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. I hope more of you guys will also support. It's one of the great ways you can help a creator without spending anything extra. Yes, indeed. Watch all the content. But of course, I know people have limited time, so you can manually filter it as well anyway. Because everybody knows I've got 2 streams per day. So if you're not getting a notification for one of the streams, then it means that I might be streaming something that you haven't watched before, so you can definitely tune in then.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
Not in my plans at the moment. I still gotta cover Haley, Piercing Light. There's a lot to do on my plate. But after that, maybe. It's a solid maybe. I still also have to do the Thunder Cage because I was supposed to fix it in Season 1 and never got around to it. But yeah, I also have to think about the amount of catalysts because I do this free to play. I don't buy my catalysts. If I bought the catalysts, like I could do everything all at once because all I would need would be the levels. But I do have to farm the catalyst manually as well, so yeah, it's on the menu, but it's gonna take me some time. Pretty much. That's why, like, for me, none of what I do has a fun factor attached. If I played stuff for fun, I would probably pick an ARPG. Because I have the most fun on ARPGs, but dude, nobody ever watches that. Like, I can grind levels in ARPGs for like 6 hours straight and not care. But nobody ever watches that shenanigans, you know? So I'm like, so that's why I'm like, okay, streaming this is a waste of time because I'm not gonna make any money. Therefore, I can't pay my bills or feed my family. So I moved over to games like this, and I was like, works just fine. I can build and do whatever, you know? And people love to tune in and watch, even if I'm just doing the same stuff over and over. So it's pretty good. I enjoy the conversations I have with people, and that's good enough for me. Like, game-wise, I don't have to be entertained or anything like that. I just have to be able to deliver the right content to the people and make sure that they're getting what they need. But yes, that is the unfortunate downside to being, I guess, a pro gamer. I hesitate to use the term. I should probably say content creator rather. Professional content creator, because pro gamer usually refers to those people doing esports, and I've never done an esport in my life. I'm too bad. I'm too bronze in most competitive games to do an esport.
High-level Vulgus closing
I probably get wasted
Target this
instantly.
unit first.
But yes, in general, as a professional YouTuber, if I want to pay my bills, then not only do people have to tune into my stream content, but I also have to continue making videos that are relevant to them. So yeah, I just focus on that. Don't worry too much about the rest. It depends. Some of them make it big, but I guess esports was just never in the cards for me because my peak period was long over by the time content creation became a thing. So I figured I'd just go on the basis of teaching knowledge, which is what I'm already experienced with. So it worked good for me. Yeah, no problem, Happy. Like I said, what I do, the reason why I play free to play anyway is so that I can show people how to do it. I don't want to just buy the character and just be like, okay, yeah, this character's great. How do you get it? I don't know. I bought it. Like, I think that that's why content creators shoot themselves in the foot sometimes, because a lot of them, they believe that, I think it's a very stupid concept even in business, but people think that in order to make money, you got to spend money. Yes, to an extent, but it's called a budget. You also have to look at the return on investment, ROI. But people who don't study finance, this is gobbledygook to them, but I check the ROI on everything that I do. And I looked at the return on interest on investing in like catalysts and stuff like that and buying all that stuff. I was like, no way. The return on interest would be abysmal. It would actually be negative for this game. So that's why like my content continues to make money, and that's why my channel is still very profitable. But for others, a lot of them have already left this game or quit because not only were they doing some stuff that I don't want to really talk about, buying views, but a lot of them had negative ROI on a lot of their stuff, so they would have been bleeding themselves playing this game, which is why a lot of them just stopped creating content. They'll give all sorts of excuses for it, but real ones know. What I can say is that Star can shoot, so I can believe that. I mean, I rib her a lot and say I doubt her, but to be fair, I can respect it. But either way, I think it's way better that I'm just here to help you guys. Like, I grind alongside you guys so that I know the real deal, and then I just provide that information, which is good enough for me. Yes. At some point, I need to finish my devotion build as well. Unfortunately, made a lot of mistakes with that one, but I will fix it and publish it at some point. I think it's definitely a good weapon.
New subscriber detected.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
Out of my way!
Track, I'm on wave 8 out of 10. Do you need leveling or anything?
Sure. I'm working on it right now as well. I'm in the middle of
Okay.
one. I could leave though.
I'm on 8 out of 10, so I've still got 2 more waves. I'll let you know when I'm finished.
Yeah, I'm a 7 out of 10, so I'm right behind you.
Yep, sounds good. Asylum is for Descendant XP. Block Kyber Mining is for Weapon XP. That's the way that I would look at both. If it's Descendants, then Asylum is the best way to go. But if we're talking about Weapon XP, I stand strongly by Block Kyber Mining. It's just so good. Like, it's hard to not go into it's hard to not go into Block Kyber Mining when you want those, like, that sweet Weapon XP. It's just too good. So yeah. Asylum is better. Like, one of these days, Star, when you have the time, I need you to run me through Asylum. It would make my Haley leveling... Well, I really want to finish off her build, realistically, but it would make it so much faster. I would be quite grateful. Lol, maybe Tuesday. Because Monday, I want to do SM2 with y'all. Maybe Tuesday? The 50% XP boost, it does help, but block hyper mining is still way better in my personal opinion. Because if Asylum right now is only competitive because of the 50% boost. So that means without it, it's just not going to be good.
Hey, the weirdest thing just happened. My mission just bugged out,
Yeah?
where one of the sites was stuck at 1%. The enemy wasn't spawning, so we all just left.
Lol. Rough. That has never happened to me. Well, Star's welcome to join now, but I can't do that stuff now because I'm working on other stuff. But if you would like to come and farm, by all means, I've got about another hour. And I gotta get this enduring done, so I'll just be here for the last hour, just gonna spam that level. Spam level my weapons for perfection.
That would make you more careful.
But yes, go rest, George. Get yourself well. Get some good rest. Get some good sleep. Tomorrow we slay. Sleep for today, 'cause tomorrow we fight. Oh, tomorrow we fight. Still love that song. It's great. Okay, I'm at 10 out of 10. Once I clear this, I'll pick up track. And of course, Star if she wants. Yeah, no, it sounds good to me, Zero Cool. I'm probably gonna hit Asylum one of these other days and start getting Catalyst blueprints. Because then I can just go in with Haley and go smoke stuff. Easy peasy breezy.
Hi.
Hey.
I just need a moment to load up TFT.
Yeah, take your time. You can take your time, human. We'll wait for you.
Start.
How's the hand, by the way? For Star this time. Track, I know your hand's getting better. Star freaking burned her fingertips. Lol.
All of them. Literally all of them.
Are you trying to be a criminal and remove your fingerprints
Try
or
to
something?
catch something? Did you try to catch something? Without a reflex
High
when it was
level
hot?
Vulgus closing in.
No,
Target this unit first.
Okay. So a dish had to go to the sink. It was the last dish of the night. All the dishes were done. Everything was done. Laundry was done. And there was just this one dish that just came out the oven after turning the oven off. I was like, how do I get this from here to there? Well, I can run it over really quick. So I picked it up. I ran about 5 feet and then I threw it at the sink.
And she cinched her hands.
Oh,
And my
Oh,
fingers
no.
all got burned.
Good night, George. And now she's got no fingertips, so she can go commit crimes. She's got no
They're
fingerprints.
all numb. They've been numb all day. Like I physically can't feel them.
Physically can't feel them. That sounds pretty bad. Make sure you're properly taking care of them, alright?
My girlfriend put a lot of aloe on them last night, and she's going to again here tonight.
Hostile
Hour?
infected.
I'm just a guy that tries to give information, Miggy, so I don't really have a lot of power. If I had more supporters, then maybe I'd have power, but certainly I've got no power over Nexon. Influential? Look, I look at it this way. I just provide the information people need.
Probably humanity's real hope, don't you think?
But maybe I would hope someday to be able to help more people. That's about it. I don't worry about power or anything like that. Okay, got some executive pieces out of the oven. Track is here. Just waiting on star to load up, and then off. Ah, there you go. Nice. Sounds good, GG. I've got so much to work on, pal. I'm not even gonna lie. But it's getting there. Slow and steady. I think I've got 2 more modules for 2 more slots for enduring. Well, you are dedicated, Star. You are dedicated. Alright. Just gotta wait for Star to load in.
Whoa,
Once you load in,
50%
it's all
weapon
good.
proficiency boost.
In infiltrations.
operations.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was thinking, like, on Tuesday we can go bum around the asylum. And it should be
How
good.
long is it? How long is that for?
I check. 1 second. 11 more days.
Okay, okay.
Very true, Miggy. But that's why I think it's the most important thing is to never crave power. Just be yourself, do your stuff, and make sure to do it for the right reasons. I like revenue and I like feeding my family, but ultimately anything I do is always to help people. That's why I'm strict on the rules and I'm strict on myself. I do not bend rules for anybody or anything. Ever. Time to spam more invites at Star. Get in here. Get in.
That's the first one I got.
Get in here.
I on the way.
Okay. Sounds good. Almost there with Enduring Legacy, guys. I promise you. By tomorrow, at least, you're gonna have your Enduring Legacy build. Shall be yours, humans. You get something nice, Tanner, dude? Okay, let's go. Bring something to level and I will spare you. I will spare you to the bitter end. Swamp Walker going frenzy mode every 60 seconds, yep. But that's why he's such a great test. If you can ruin him before he ruins you, that's good. Oh, yes. Enduring Legacy is coming very soon. Hopefully by tomorrow it'll be done. Well, thank you, Miggy. I hope you'll follow me across all the different games that I play. But right now, TFD is definitely main, and I hope to stay here for a long time as well. I've got a lot of faith in the devs, and I think this game is genuinely on the right track. I haven't enjoyed this type of game in a very, very long time. So I'm very positive about it right now. Normally, when player base dips, I usually switch games, but this is one time that I've actually stayed, even though there's been a slight dip in the player base, and I'll tell you the reason why. Again, lots of faith in devs. I know there's going to be updates, and honestly, I think that this is great. And I'll continue to share good information with the community, no problem. Like I said, for me, it's all about customer service. I believe strongly in the community, and I believe that this is a good place to call home. Sure, I will play other stuff along the way, no doubt. In fact, today, and I hope you guys will check this out, I'm actually helping out an indie dev today because he's designed this horror game. It's a short demo, but I really recommend you check it out. Alright, he's looking for wish lists on his game. I would suggest it. He's a small indie dev, but you know what? I took his request and I think it's good. Yeah, don't worry. I think I have it settled. It's almost ready, that's for sure. I just gotta do some finalized testing on it, but it will be there. It will be there. But I will continue to work hard, as
High-level
always.
Vulgus closing in. Target this
That's
unit
my promise to everybody. Now notice that in this time, right, Haley's only gone up to level 5. Like this level 1 Haley that we're running along with us. She's only gone up to level 5. Which is why I say again, this place is not very good for leveling. I very much recommend in one run of like, if you want the fastest run, right, when you're level 1, go to Magister Lab, then after that you can switch to Asylum. And you will literally have the best leveling experience overall, in my personal opinion. Okay, I'll head to the other one. I'll leave you at B star and go to A.
Roger
We can
that.
finish faster. Gotta go fast. So yeah, to me
Wait,
the biggest.
We're using the exact same build. What do you mean?
Yeah. No. Going to 2 different locations. You're a bunny, I'm a bunny.
dude.
It's
Yeah,
faster because
you
they're,
get it done
they're within
faster.
150.
No, I know. You said you're gonna try to beat me. But
Huh?
we're using the same.
When did I say that? Are you hearing
I
things?
thought that's what I heard.
No.
I might be.
Hearing things.
I said I'm gonna leave you at B.
Leave. Okay, I heard.
Did you burn your
B.
fingertips or your brain, Star?
Hey,
Damn.
hey.
Damn.
I did a little both. I did a little bit of both. Alright.
I think there's a causality there, right? There's a.
Fingers hurt, so I had to burn something else to get the brain off of it. You know.
I think that the decision to run that last plate, right? The last plate of the night. That's oh god, that's
Look,
so
yeah,
unlucky.
5 minutes before I clocked out. 5
Hey, Mr.
freaking
Carice.
minutes.
Lol. I went
So
to the wrong location. Lamau. I thought that it was there, but it's actually here.
I thought it was too.
I know, I
I
was
did
literally
this.
running there. I was like, why is nothing spawning? It's weird. That is quite the burn, ain't it, Fisher? That's okay. We do a little trolling here with each other. Again, there's another reason why I make sure only paying members get into the club, because I tell you, if people get in and they can't take a joke, they leave real quick. Like here, it's all about the chill. It's all about the rib. It's all about the fib. It's all about the gib. Sometimes a little bit of jib.
What about the dib?
Yeah, I guess you can come too. Ultimate Bunny's a fun one. But if you're leveling Descendants, I highly recommend Infiltration Operations. Magister Lab's good for a basic Ultimate Bunny that's just learning the ropes. You can run it really fast, and the Descendant XP boost that you get at the end will help you a lot as well. If you couple that together with the boosters that you get free in the mail, you can level so fast, it's good. This is better for weapon proficiency. If you want to level weapons, this is the place to be. That's why I like leveling weapons here. It's always good. Whee!
Yeah, you tell him, Bunny. You tell Track to get out the way.
Lol.
I start sprinting and he gets right in front of me and I just hear, get out the way!
Sounds about left.
High-level Vulgus closing
This
in.
ultimate Lepic was using increased efficiency in Swamp Walker Hard. Rough, man. Tomorrow, hopefully, if not by Tuesday. But yeah, I'll try and get it out tomorrow, but just so you know, because I have 2 more catalyzations to do, I don't know how fast I'll be able to finish them. I'm gonna try and get them done right now, but I do have to be real with you. It may not be feasible, so if I can't, then I will get it done tomorrow, do the final testing tomorrow, and then after that, I will make sure to have it out by Tuesday morning for you guys. By Tuesday morning, alright? But yeah, I will try to get it done by then. If tomorrow is possible, I'll try and swing it tomorrow. If not, then it'll be day after, and I'll put out some other content tomorrow. Sick voice proof. Hey, maybe he likes it, you know? You never know. Because right now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to speed this, but this is only level 34. So if the next run... Okay, I'll leave you guys here on this one. I'll hit the A. Oh, Star's already hitting the A. Smart. I like it.
Sorry, I was sorry.
No, it's all good. That's what I like to see. Speed is essential. The faster we get this done, the better for everybody. So that is not to be sorry. That is the right thing to do. Okay. I can now swing past A and I'll hit straight to D. Wee. Nintendo Wii. Oh. Well, A got done. Alright. You head to C. I'll take D.
Alright.
Fast. Fast. Speed.
I on it.
I am Thor, God of Thunder. Okay. Yeah, I really wanted to get it done today, but I know that there's 2 more catalysts, so I can finish my perfect testing. But that may not happen, because today I gotta email a company back as well about another brand deal, so there's a lot to do. Oh, I'm hoping it goes through, but we'll see. In the meantime, though, don't forget to register me as your content creator, alright? And of course, support this channel by liking and sharing the stream. The more people that discover the streams, the better. Alright? Registering me as your content creator is free, and the more people that do it, the better we can get. My goal one day is 888 supporters. A very Chinese number, but I want it.
Gotta bank that feng shui, bro.
I'm heading to D now. Star will hit A. I love this. This is real pod racing.
I have the pod racing game from the Nintendo 64 still.
Oh wow,
Nice.
Yeah, first.
that's
I
a
love it.
throwback.
Yeah, I was actually just talking about it the other night with somebody.
I just had a flash of memories just like go through my head when you mentioned that.
Low track.
Oh, I used to play it so much with my cousins. I'm a OG Star Wars nerd, alright?
Oh yeah? Name every Star War then.
Oh, should I get my gold edition VHS out so I can show them?
Lol.
I wish I never opened those, but I was like 9 years old when I got that,
Listen.
so like I ripped it open instantly.
Listen, it's not about the value. It's not like you're gonna sell it, so open it. It's all good.
Oh, well, I have a nice collection of stuff, alright? I'm
Yeah.
a collector. But yeah, no, I was way too young for that. I ripped it open instantly.
Oh, listen. Yeah, people used to tell me to preserve stuff. I'm like, nah. There's no preservation. There is only.
I actually have a...
Give it to me.
I I have a foot-size turbo doll over here in the plastic cardboard box thing
Nice.
still. Right? That's one
William-
of my favorites.
Alright, sorry. I gotta answer chat. William says, which weapon do you think suits Glay best for Colossus killing purposes? I do want to try out the Executor, but for now I'm using Greg's. But yeah, the Executor could be the new toy for everybody, especially with the recent buff to it. So it's next on my list to work on. I have a lot to do, my friend. But definitely it's a big one to work on. Okay, Star can finish this for me. I gotta put lip balm on.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
Some people are new, Petro. Can't be helped. Okay. Level 36. Next run should get me to 40. Then I can slap in the next thing. And then... almost there.
I'll switch out.
Okay, go ahead. What'd you switch into? Ah, okay.
Lady.
Sure, sounds good. Okay, everybody ready? Going in again. I will most likely catalyze during the run. If only there was no waiting period at the start. How dare they make me wait? Is this person's name
Like, if
literally hentai?
anything, it is.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, what were you saying,
And,
Star?
like, if you are gonna do a wait time, like, do like 10 seconds maximum. Not like 20, 25, whatever it is.
Exactly. People don't need preparation time. They need XP.
Yeah. Exactly.
Preparation's for nerds. If I wanted to prepare, I would go to the armory.
How do they really get that name through? That's crazy.
It's not illegal, so.
Yeah, you just have to be 21 or older to watch it.
It's not a slur, so it's okay. I mean, obviously not for polite conversation, but you know, it's not a slur, so they can't really like do anything to the guy. Oh, you trying out clairvoyance?
Yeah, I like it.
Imagine having a voyance of Clary.
Out of my way!
We are literally trying to go as fast as humanly
Sorry.
possible right now.
I just switched my weapons.
Yeah, no problem. Take your time. It's all good. Does not bother me.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
Blue Beetle is another one that I want to work on, but that's specifically to Viessa and a lot of other stuff, so I'm not working on it right now. Because there's also going to be the other scout rifle for Haley that's coming in. Lots to do. Lots today.
I still need to finish farming my Blue Beetle.
I'm so sorry. At some point you will.
Eventually I will.
Oh, this is done. Here I am wondering. And I gotta focus up. Not today. That I'll do in future. Today I'm just leveling. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Alright. Let's see. You take B, I'll take A.
New subscriber detected.
Almost disconnected there for a moment.
Yeah, I was wondering why you were taking so long compared to me.
Well, I'm also not funny. I switched to
Careful,
BS.
Descendant.
What the?
We're picking up a signal for a unit whose power capabilities
Well, that's
are
okay.
off the
But
schedule.
still, disconnected from the world again.
I'm back again.
Asylum is not for weapon XP. It's good for Descendant XP, but not for weapon XP. So let's be clear on that. Okay, there's C and there's A. Let's not clear A first.
What modules you're rocking with
A and
Star?
B, yep.
Yes. Or what Transcended rather?
Oh,
Full-blooded or?
absolute zero.
Absolute zero.
Absolute. It's so good together with the. Oh wait, no. It turns everything singular. I forgot. I was
Yeah,
gonna say it's so
everything's
good with
singular.
Blue Beetle, and I was like, wait a second. Wait a minute now, something ain't right.
Oh, it's the that one. Okay.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
using
man.
this for a ball field. I've actually. Oop.
I use that for bossing as well.
Is it? Oop.
Yeah, I have fun with the.
Yeah, I usually
cold-blooded
use this
one.
for bosses. See, I've tried cold blood in this, and absolute zero. I just kind of like that one more. But hypothermia, I've semi-tried, but I haven't fiddled with glacial cloud yet.
Glacial Cloud's useless, don't worry. All it does is yeet the blizzard, and it doesn't really do anything extra.
Yeah, I just like spamming skills with a cold-blooded.
You get skill power and skill cooldown.
Yep.
I guess that probably would be better for farming.
Yes and no. Absolute Zero is also great for mobbing.
That's what I was using it for.
I gotta work on
I
her
feel
builds in
like,
future.
Storm Wizard. That's how I want to feel like.
Lol. That's fair.
I have a build for Absolute Zero as well. It's just as like, you know, I'd rather just chuck all my stuff at them.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this
I
unit
mean,
first.
I still kind of do that as well.
As you will, human.
Yeah, but yeah, I just like playing with the whole skill cost reduction and all that stuff. It's fun.
I haven't played her nowhere near as much as I wanted.
Like I'll show you what.
I got Glay, and that just... she took apart a lot of my time.
So y'all are B. Okay, perfect. And that means I can stick around here. I'll clear C. Get all hit A. Good.
Just like covering the field in storm.
I'm literally just Thor, God of Thunder.
There you go. Whole thing's a whole storm.
The thing is, if you're stuck on Dead Bride and you're trying to fight Dead Bride, you can watch my guide for Dead Bride, but realistically, it's not that Bunny's bad, it's just that if you want to boss with Bunny, you need high voltage, which she doesn't have until Pyromaniac, so I really would not recommend Bunny for bossing unless you have invested a lot into her. You can still boss with her farming build, but you need to follow the build fully, so if you're not built up yet, it's pretty difficult to do so. But are you on normal or are you on hard mode? If it's hard mode, just follow my guide for it. If it's normal, you can still follow my guide for it. But for normal mode, you want to watch a video called Ultimate F2P Survival Guide. It teaches you all the best mods and stuff for like just getting through normal mode ASAP. So I hope that helps. Sure, Troy. What do you want to ask? And William, yes, even with 50% boost, block hyper mining is far superior. Because it's all about killing mobs, and unfortunately, even Asylum cannot beat the mob density here. You're on normal? Okay, yeah. So you want to watch the Ultimate F2P Survival Guide, that'll help you a lot. You don't need everything that I showed in the Dead Bride Guide, because the Dead Bride Guide for normal is very, very basic. And it was at a time when we thought defense was still useful. So if you watch the Ultimate F2P Survival Guide, it gives you a better picture about what to do, how to survive, all that kind of stuff. So that'll help you out a lot more. But welcome to the best official channel for this game. I firmly believe in delivering the content that people need, so my stuff should be able to help you out.
I keep trying to melee them.
Why would you do that?
Because I've been playing
Hey, Hazza.
different games too much.
Lol. Keep trying to melee them.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
There are no executions here, style.
There are not.
No chance.
But my brain keeps trying to make there be.
Very different stats, Troy. You want to watch my video on skill power versus skill power modifier. You also want to watch my video on which is the best module for skill power. Now, focus versus specialist. Focus comes with cooldown. Specialist is slightly higher in terms of the modifier, that's all. And for the master version is only used for certain niche builds, but again, very rare that you'll use it. The 50% weapon XP is only for infiltrations. This is a special operation, Ahmed. Doesn't apply here. Take note that this only applies to infiltration operations, not to special operations. There's a difference, okay?
Slow.
I completely forgot about the battle pass. I do need to do that.
Pretty much what Mr. Carice says is correct. Any advice on weapons? Just what you do is you farm the weapon that's closest in level. So let's say you want to take on Dead Bride, right? Farm the infiltration operation right before Dead Bride. Try to get the highest level weapons possible. Then slap the mods on that. That's all. Nothing special. Sticking with the first gold you got is nice, but it's not going to be useful to you until level 100. So the way I went through the game is I just picked up whatever weapon I used and just use it. All that matters are the right modules. So again, watch the Ultimate F2P Survival Guide. It'll answer all your questions, Alan. That is the best thing to watch, and in fact, I don't mind if you leave stream right now, watch that. You need to watch that first, get the understanding of the game. Once you thoroughly understand the game, beating normal mode is a snap. No problem. The more you watch, the better. Here's my entire playlist of videos. I suggest you go through them all. If you follow the link and bookmark the entire playlist, you will get a lot of information. And studying is good for once. Okay, star D. I'll hit to A. Oh wait, you're not bunny anymore. Everybody to D. I'll hit to A.
Hey, I was doing decent earlier on it by myself.
I'll
I got
think
it down
about it.
like 40% before you all got over there.
I'll think about it.
I feel like my internet's acting up again.
Mr. Carice is correct.
Why, you little... Serious?
The Tamer is a great starting weapon. It's a good starter. It's like your starter Pokemon. After that, you ditch it for freaking Zapdos.
Back in Yellow Edition, I kept Pikachu forever.
Well, so did I. And you know what? I played Pokemon Yellow, and the first time I knew nothing about Pokemon, right? My Pikachu was the lowest level. I never leveled him up. Shoved. I literally just had him in my party and never leveled him. And I had my freaking Pidgeot at like level 80.
No. How can you do Pikachu dirty like that?
Picking up a signal.
I didn't give a shit. It was just my Pidgeot just kept winning, so I was like, okay, whatever. Pidgeot level 80.
Oh my gosh. Pidgeot. Oh my gosh.
Variety, the difference between an Ultimate Descendant and a regular Descendant is that Ultimate Descendants have slightly better stats as they level up, and they've got access to 2 extra Transcendent modules. So that's why most people don't invest in the regular Descendants. They also come with like 2 extra slots pre-catalyzed. They're random, so you can't, like, as in you don't get to choose the catalyzed slots. They're pre-done for you. So the thing that you have to understand is that when you invest in a character, you don't want to invest in the normal version. The normal version is just good enough for normal mode. Then once you get to hard mode and you start to think about serious investments, if there's an ultimate version, go straight for the ultimate version, because there's no way to transfer your investment from the normal to the ultimate. Okay, let's carry on. Charizard is the best anyway. With Enduring Legacy, is there really a need for Python? Theoretically, no. But Python is used in certain builds for certain things. So I would say I would still 110% invest in it without doubt or question.
Psyduck was always the best.
Okay. Human. Now give me a sec before we go in again. I gotta rejig this for the Grando Fanari. Grande Fanatic.
That means I get to play Congos.
For a second, yeah. I suppose human. Okay, now get this done. Get this done. Okay, where was I? Rename this one as.
Your Blair looks so rad, Track.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry guys, please put up with the dark screen for a while. I gotta protect my content, as you know. So just do that. Okay, this is good.
See you dancing to my music.
Oh, was it? I was just like randomly pressing when I was looking at something.
You were shuffling the feet. Was Haza coming?
Oh, sure. I can do that. I don't mind. I'm here for like, I think one more run. So give me a moment. I will do so.
Morning.
Morning. Yeah, okay, so this is the only one I need to change. Got it. Finish that another time. Okay. This should be settled. Okay. Let me invite Haza and then we'll go. Troy, I'm sorry, but that will not happen here. Okay? I don't do that. If you want to play with me, then you need to be an investor in the channel. If you want, I do not do play with subscribers because, quite frankly, there's no filter for subscribers. Anyone can become a subscriber. So sorry, that'll never happen here. All right. The only people that play with me are people that have invested in the channel and that are people that I trust. Because as a professional YouTuber, no, sorry, I am not risking my career for anybody. So if you're serious about my channel, invest, donate heavily, and I'll happily play with you. But you want playtime with me? It's investors only. Are reactors really important? Of course, Petro. Reactors are the most important. Yes, the bosses all have certain weaknesses. No problem, Alan. Happy to help. Watch all the videos when you have time. The more you watch, the more you learn. And no problem, Variety. Happy to answer your questions. But yes, for clarity, the reason why I don't play with subscribers unlike other YouTubers is because number one, you don't know who's on the other end. Okay, if I play with a subscriber, they could say something or do something that could compromise my career. Not happening. So the only time I do help individuals is on Saturday, where I do boss night. That is for community night. Sure, I do help people then. But other than that, no. Well, that's probably why your damage is low, Petra. You still need a good reactor, FYI. Reactor is the most important thing in this game, so make sure you always focus on it. Without a good reactor, your whole build is not worth very much. Especially for certain characters like Bunny and things like this. So focus very heavily on reactors all the time, 24/7. It's literally the most important thing you'll ever do.
You're right on the whole spawn though. They need to hurry up.
Yep. I'm not separating because that one's too far, so.
Yeah, no, I just changed. I turned back around once I realized.
Yep, I looked at it and I was like, nope, too far.
I thought it was gonna be the one right next to us, but it was not.
Yeah, unlucky, unfortunately. Okay. Number one, you gotta be a member. So, variety, you have to choose the channel membership. We only accept plus ultra tier and higher. So you have to see whether or not my stream time suits you. I mostly do TFD in the evenings now. I rarely do it in the mornings, because mornings I usually play something else. For now, because that is the time that I have with my pals who also have the game. So first of all, make sure that the stream times match up with your play times. Then after that, if you really decide that you enjoy the channel, because it's a significant monthly investment, you have to become a plus ultra member. That's the minimum that I'll accept.
Target this unit first.
Plus ultra is extremely important. Make sure that you guys enjoy that and enjoy the family. If you don't feel that this is the right family for you, then it's better not to invest at the start, because as I said, it's a monthly commitment. Thank you for supporting me, Alan. After that, in addition to the membership, then of course donations, super chats, all that kind of stuff is very, very much appreciated, variety. So it depends on how much you're willing to give, basically. The more that people give, the more important they are overall to the channel, I guess you could say. So I will prioritize my people that way.
It literally spawned it on the other side again.
Yep. Unfortunate. But yeah, those are the basic rules. But again, they're entirely optional. So that's why you normally see me play with the same few individuals, because they're the ones that invest the most. That's about it. It is quite expensive, but that's how it is, because at the end of the day, these are the people helping the channel keep going. So they get the extra benefits of running with me. Troy, if you want to look for group, alright, please go to the official Discord. The official Discord is available on the First Descendant website. If you go there, you will be able to find people. But yes, hope that answers your question, variety. And like I said, it's something that people should seriously think about, only if, number one, they can afford it. Number two, they decide that this is the gaming family that they want to be a part of. Otherwise, not much point in it. Because we don't just do one game, like we do spread ourselves around a little bit here and there. And sometimes the game may not suit everybody.
Signal for a unit whose power capabilities are off the scale.
Is it morning here? It's afternoon. It's about 3:35 p.m. in the afternoon. Alright. Next round. Fair enough, Alan. Early start to your day, but that means that you must be in the EU region. If it's 3:35 a.m., then K-Star is in the NA region.
No chance.
That's where I am.
Yep. Most of my peeps are NA, but Haza is EU. And I'm in Australia/Singapore. We're pretty international here.
International Familia.
Yes. If only there was a game that had no ping, then we would all go in there and become PKers. PK everybody. 24 hours a day, murder squad.
Wouldn't be my first time.
Log in straight away, delete everybody.
Nostalgia.
All we do every day is go to the wilderness.
Yell first! That's such an easy way to get gold to sell. Oh man, you can rack in literally hundreds of millions a day, easy.
In the willy. Lol.
Yup, yup.
One day there'll be a no ping world.
That's gonna be the name of the game. No pink world.
No ping world. Where's my donation? You can use the tip link if you want to donate, but donations have nothing to do with gaming with me, because donations are just one-time tips to support the channel. So if you want to tip me, there'll be a donation link that is put up.
High-level Vulgus
Nightbot
closing
will
in.
put up the link. You can hit
Target
that
this
and you can
unit
donate, but it's just a one-time thing. So that is not to game with me, if that's what you're looking for. Donation is just like, you know how people give tips at a restaurant in America? Yes? Then yes. The donations and tips are exactly the same. They're just to a little bit of one-time extra support.
Well, it's not only in America.
Really?
We do that in Europe as well.
Yes, in multiple countries.
You sure? Because I never
Yeah.
heard of that in
Never.
Europe. Okay,
Western
interesting.
cultures usually.
Because we have no such thing in Singapore. Anybody ask for tip in Singapore, they're gonna get my hand. Already paid for the meal, they want my tip. I give them the
tip?
I give them the tip of
Hey,
something else.
That's where I make most of my money on my daily job. All right.
That's because you Americans know how to underpay your workers, okay? We Asians have
Oh,
mastered the
100%.
art of underpaying you so badly you still think you're having a good job.
Well, that's why they tip in America, because they are underpaid.
Yep.
100%.
No, Midnight Sylph. Clean stream only. I never said anything to it. Don't lie. No. I said I'll only give them the tip of something. It could be the tip of a ballpoint pen. Ah.
That was my first go-to. Also, was a
Yeah, no. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no such thing as tip. How dare you ask for tip? The only one who deserves tip is me. That's because my noodle shop is better than all the other noodle shops.
I have to try this said noodle shop.
You have to try the what? Sorry?
I have to try this said noodle shop.
Okay. It doesn't exist.
I know.
But if you ever are in Singapore, I will take you to get chicken rice. Together with your girlfriend, you can eat that. Because I don't know, like, so far all the noodle shops around my house suck ass. I'm very disappointed about this.
I was gonna say that actually sucks. That sucks.
I know. And the only good
We
place
have
is
great
this.
noodles here.
Yeah, there's only one good noodle place near where I live. Like where I live, it's mostly like the rice dishes and everything else that's good. Like there's one good noodle shop, but it's a Japanese ramen noodle shop. It's quite pricey in Singapore because it's considered like expensive food in Singapore. So I'm not too happy with that one, but it's really good. Yeah.
Import.
Well, Eric,
I
I'm
love
about
where I
to.
live.
Oh, sorry. 1 second. We're just leveling weapons. Although I'm almost done. But yeah, go ahead, Trek.
Oh, I was just saying where my neighborhood is a lot of very good Asian places to eat. Very dense.
That's good.
Big Chinese community where I live.
Good.
It's a good rice meal too, though.
Yeah, a lot of Taiwanese as well. A lot of Singaporean as well. Thai.
Yeah,
Japanese,
here in
everything.
Australia, the Asian food is not great. I can tell you that much.
Like it's so Asian in my neighborhood. I'm Asian and I'm having a hard time telling them apart. I'm like, ooh, I'm not sure which one I'm speaking to right now.
Correct. But yes, I actually love, like in Western countries, I love the Asian neighborhoods. Usually a lot of good food there. But I don't live near one. Like here, I live in an apartment near the city. But Singapore, I live in one of the little towns called Tampines. One of the little towns in Singapore. I mean, Singapore is just one big city, but like one, I guess, suburb district, whatever you want to call it. It's called Tampines. There's a lot of good foods there, but for some reason, near my block of apartments, there are just no good noodle shops. Like there are noodle shops, but all of them, like I've tasted all of them. This can't compete like with the taste that I particularly enjoy, so they all suck. There's lots of good food
Like
in
there's the
general.
reject alley. It's like all the bad chows are over there.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I don't know. It's like all the noodle cells just decided to fail in that one particular location. That's a shame, Troy. But yes, we only accept PayPal here for donations. The Panda outfit was available in the preseason, Alan. It's no longer available. You have to purchase it in the premium store. And it was only during the preseason that it was available. It is no longer available now. It may come back in rotation in future, but for now, it's not available.
Thought about getting it. I just.
It's okay. You should only get stuff that you're going to use continuously.
Exactly.
And right now, it's only spicy outfits, and we all know this. So all outfits in this game must be spicy at all times. If Blair doesn't get a
Literal
speedo, I'll be
100%.
upset.
That's what Arcane said about using.
Yep. No, I do not have another Troy. Sorry. Donations are only acceptable through PayPal. No. I do not accept donations through all other methodologies because I'm not American. Since I am Singaporean and international, PayPal only. I refuse all other methodologies. Sorry. No. Strictly, it also helps prevent fraud. So, yeah. Because we are not part of the American system. So, donations are strictly through PayPal only. And everybody with a verifiable bank account has PayPal, so yeah.
Target this unit first.
Otherwise, you can super chat on YouTube directly. You can super chat or gift memberships.
I do not have a PayPal, but I do not like PayPal.
That's okay.
That's the only reason why.
That's fine. But yeah, for donations, it's very risky to accept it through other sources. Oh, I've got enough time. I think I can do one more. All right. You missed the Albion skins?
Call it quits, meow.
Weakling.
I'm gonna go spend some time with her.
Understandable, but you're still weak. Okay, thank you, Star, for joining us. Yes,
Star.
please go spend time with your girl.
It was fun as always.
I have no idea what that is. Okay, one more run. Let's go. I am not familiar with that acronym, my guy. You may have to enlighten me. Okay. But yes, all the skins that are no longer in the store, they will be coming back, so don't worry about that. If you missed out on a particular skin, they will definitely come back. I just don't know when. Maybe in the distant future? Like, they'll probably go through a couple of rotations before bringing it back. That's why you gotta decide in the season itself. If you want it, you gotta get it. That's why for Twisted Worship, before the season is out, I'm purchasing it across the board, baby. Across the board. I am worshipping everyone. Farm for it, Alan. Like, if you want to buy it, obviously, as my supporter, I encourage spending. But realistically, you can farm every single one, and you might regret buying after you spend, because you might want to buy the bundle instead, and they're fairly expensive bundles. But maybe you want the spawn animations or things like that. So if you farm the Descendant, then the bundle goes down in price by about 1,950 caliber, which is a big help. So yeah, I would say decide for yourself, but I generally have chosen to farm every Descendant, and it doesn't take that long. About a week at most. So yeah, my first one was... Oh, see you, Star. Bye. A week was for my ultimate bunny, and that was all it took. So yeah, the rest didn't take that long either. So I would recommend farming. Farming is generally the better way. Is that Hassan guy AFK?
I don't know. He's just standing here.
Okay, we will observe We'll observe. Okay, I will wait. If he deliberately picks something, if he deliberately picks continue, then we know that he's AFK, and then we will report and leave. Because it means he deliberately chose to stand there, and he's not doing anything on purpose. No problem, Alan. Yeah, they're not supposed to do that. Yep, he deliberately picked continue, so that means he's not actually AFK. So, yep, that's not allowed. Yeah, because he's deliberately standing over there. He's not making a move, so sorry, that's a no-no. I'm gonna report and get out of here. AFK players are not permitted in this game. Please take note that not participating.
We don't like freeloaders.
Yep. And if you don't want to be reported by an official content creator, then it's probably best not to AFK. Alright, I'm exiting. And we'll go in again. Yes, it can be fun with friends, and it's also good. Like, you need Sharon and Enzo. Sharon you can get as you progress through the normal story mode. Enzo you can farm after you get Sharon from opening up Amorphous. Once you have these two Descendants, farming Ultimate's a lot easier because you can open up vaults easily with Enzo, and you can use Sharon to stealth outposts. I have a guide for that as well. That's okay, Unknown Games. You can definitely buy one. There's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure you're supporting me first and buy away. I encourage spending, but at the same time, it's up to you what you want to do. I have a restriction in that I cannot purchase anyway, so I'll go and farm Ultimate Freyna and show people how it's done. But yeah. It can take a while, but I do have all the ultimates in the game. I just haven't built them up. I'm slowly going stage by stage. Okay, we have a Luna here at least. Hopefully they participate. But yeah, I can't stand AFKers. Look, people say it's better to solo because the boss is weaker. The boss is about 1/5 of its normal strength. That being said, if you're just doing with a friend, as long as both of you have followed my ultimate F2P survival guide, you'll be okay. Thank you, Troy, for the lovely donation. I appreciate that. But yes, the main reason that you have to be careful of solo is that it might give you a false idea of your build and stuff like that. So it is, and plus in solo, all the attacks are focused on you. So when you're new to the game, it's still definitely better to play in a team. But make sure that you guys follow my F2P survival guide, get the right mods going, you know, power up yourself with survival, get the right external components. If you haven't gotten external components, you might want to do a little bit of farming on that. It'll help you tremendously. Yep. That's the right way. Once you guys master that, you'll be okay. It's not a problem.
Hey.
Okay. I can take B. No problem, Alan. I'm literally just doing my job, so it's all good. The next update is on the 10th of October, and we'll see whether or not it's a regular grind for Ultimate Freyna. They could lock her behind Deathstalker, which I'd be totally okay with. At the end of the day, what they should be doing is ensuring that, you know, there's more stuff for people to grind for, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm open to everything, and regardless of what it requires us to do to grind it, I will still grind it F2P. So do not worry. Nice. Good job, Unknown Gamers. Unknown Games. That's good. Enjoy. Okay, A and B. I'll hit A first because B is kind of far. Lol, Haza. Very on brand for you.
Well, I did say I would grind for her, but I know myself, so...
Hey, whatever works. Like I said, I'm not gonna discourage spending. I don't know how to play Luna either. I haven't worked on her. I may in future. Follow the build guide on my channel, Jay. It has already been posted. Oh, you mean the hacking Luna Midnight Self? Yeah. I'm glad that you were able to report him. I couldn't get a look at his name. But yeah, that hack is wild. Completely destroying your screen. Yeah, no. Alan, it means that I've got an official code. So only official creators can get support, like the way you supported me via registering. Yep, only an official creator can do that. I'm not affiliated. I'm a partner with this game. Affiliated is too low level. I'm an official content creator. It means that whatever I do, I'm under contract. All right, there is a contract you have to follow. For example, keep a clean stream. You cannot do certain things. You have certain restrictions on you, but at the same time, basically, I get a small commission when people make purchases and stuff like that, as long as they've registered me as their content creator. So yeah, that's literally about that. Being a partner streamer also means that basically if I were to post information that is a lie, untrue, misinformation, like as long as it's to the best of my knowledge correct and true and I can feasibly prove that it works, then it's fine. But there will still be some stuff that like even we don't know, because I'm supposed to just be here playing the game as a regular player, just that I can gain commission from purchases made. That's realistically the only difference between us. So that is what an official creator is. Basically, unlike other content creators that are not affiliated or not official at all, we have contracts that require us to have certain behavior, keep certain rules, and of course we cannot post misinformation or lie to you guys, or you know, do clickbait or things like that, because if we do, then a disgruntled person could, you know, literally say like, oh, this is incorrect, or oh, you know, this person's straight up lying or whatever. So that's why I make sure that I can back up my stuff with testing evidence and all that kind of stuff. Well, Unknown Games, I hope that people learn how to play with others, because that's the whole point of games like this. You're supposed to play with others. Yeah, Alan, did you just register me via the link? As long as you registered me via the link, that's all you gotta do. Nexon is they've got a very efficient system. As long as you click the link, which is the same one that Nightbot puts up, you click that link, that's all you have to do. There's nothing else that you need to do or think about. There is no code here. The code is just to identify me. That's just my ID, that's all. You don't have to input the code when making purchases. Nexon is not stupid. Like, they know that other games have so much trouble with that, because sometimes people will make a purchase but they will forget to put their creator code in, or they just won't think about it. No. Nexon says no nonsense. Click the link, that's it. Register, done. Then all you gotta do is extend your support every month. Extension is also free. Basically, when you click that link, just make sure that you've registered me, and then every month they'll tell you, do you want to extend your support? Here, if you do not extend your support, then basically after 2 months, you'll be removed from supporting the creator. This is to ensure that there are no bots. So if you guys registered me more than a month ago, please make sure you've extended your support. Otherwise, you will disappear from the list and you will no longer be supporting me, which is bad. So yeah. All you gotta do is just link and extend the support every month and you're good to go. Basically, Nexon wants to make sure that supporters are active. That's why they use the wording active supporters rather than just supporters, because there's a lot of people that have tried to fake their numbers. I won't name names, but there's a lot of creators when this game first launched that had huge supporter numbers. Now they're like less than 100. It's crazy. So yeah, lots of people be faking. and Nexon doesn't want that. They don't want that kind of fake stuff here. So they've set up this system whereby if your people are fake and they don't keep supporting you, they disappear from the list. Kakashi, you're supposed to have created a Nexon account right from the start. I can't say if it'll affect you, but I would highly recommend linking a Nexon account, because if you do not create a Nexon account and you start playing and you start investing, here's the problem. You're playing on a guest account. If anything goes wrong, you are on a guest account. Alright? This is why you cannot support creators from a guest account, because it's not an actual Nexon ID account. So there are certain things they can track, certain things they can't track. Unfortunately, yeah, that can create some problems. So just be aware of that. It's not a problem for playing the game, but if you want to support creators, or if you want to support others, or you want to just, you know, or in future, if anything big goes wrong, it's a lot harder for those that are on guest accounts. So be aware of that. So you should make your Nexon account, link everything, and off you go. If you encounter any problems, just unlink it. You can just go to literal. If there are any problems after linking, just unlink and everything on your guest account will be back. But at that point, you have to contact support and say, hey, I've got this problem, I've got this issue. Cannot link. If I link, progress reset, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. But most people have not had that issue right now. No next plan yet. And I also don't like to reveal my plans early. So it'll be a surprise, Alan. Just make sure your notifications are on and look forward to whatever I do. It won't affect the TFD date, I know. But just make sure next time in future, Kakashi, and every game developer, because you want to go into game development, right? You should always link an account. Because if you do not link your account, you're literally playing on a guest account. And for most other games, that can result in you being denied rewards, things like this, or if they have certain like marketing things or whatever, you can have problems. So I would say it is quite important to link. Always link. No problem at all, Alan. Like I said, hit the bell, turn notifications to all. All my content is good. So don't you worry. It'll be a surprise. But I don't like to reveal what I'm doing next, because like I said, there's a lot of eyes on me. And I simply just don't tell anybody what I'm doing. The videos will come as needed.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
Like I said, the data that you have now will not be affected, Kakashi. If there are any problems, just like I showed you already, go to options and unlink. I don't know unknown games. I don't focus on mastery rank. I've heard some people hit 27, but meh. Chasing mastery rank is literally pointless. It is the worst thing you can do because it has no value. Unless you are desperate for inventory space. Because it doesn't upgrade your like gameplay capabilities beyond inventory space. So that's why I just got to like mastery rank 20 is all you realistically need, and then the rest of it is just inventory space. So again, it would not be wise to chase that. But of course you do you if that's really what you want to do. But I don't know whether or not 27 can be reached yet. I cannot confirm that for you. Well, that can happen. But that's why, Kakashi, like I said, you're aiming for the game dev industry. You should know this. You should never ever play a game. When it says, do you want to create a separate account, create the account. Because you're going to miss out on a lot of stuff otherwise and run into problems later on. Everyone in the game industry should know this by now. Yes, I know. People always argue, I don't want to create a separate account. Oh, public data risk, blah, blah, blah. Your data's already out there everywhere. Alright. People can call a bank and use AI to simulate your voice and perform a transaction. You know that? So if you really want to stay safe, you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it by not creating an account. In fact, creating an extra account is usually the way to stay safe. Because if there are any problems, you have your account linked to that place. And you can say, this is my account for that. This is who I am. I mean, if you really need the 10 extra storage space, then go for it, man. I ain't gonna stop you. Alan? No. Because these devs are very, very confident in their game. They understand that nerfs don't have a place here. The only thing they've ever nerfed are the enemies. Cause yeah, they don't do like Helldivers 2 do. Alright? So you don't have to worry about that here. And of course, please do not refer to other games when I'm streaming TFD. We try to minimize those kinds of things because again, as an official creator, my focus on this should be First Descendant and I should not be comparing them to other games. At the end of the day, a professional should not be, to the most extent, alright, a professional should not be talking shit about other games. So please do not ask me about other games. Please do not ask me to compare to other games. Please remember that as a professional, I have to the best of my ability, maintain etiquette. Yes, there are some situations where I've spoken openly about other games and things like that. It's usually within context of the conversation, but I try to avoid it as much as I can. So I hope everybody will respect it. Alright, again, as a professional, never ask about a different game. If you're here, your focus is on TFD, do not speak about other games where possible. Try to minimize that, because it will hurt my career. It's okay, I know a lot of people are learning, but at the end of the day, I'm a professional, this is what I do for a living, it's quite important. Lol, Mr. 14, listen, trolls, you can go do whatever you want, you can say whatever you want, but don't even try, dude. And if that's the kind of language you want to use, then you're going in the naughty corner just like every other toddler. Shameful. By the way, the content creator that keeps sending you trolls to me, is he ever gonna get bored? Because you do realize that I'm getting this close to just emailing Nexon about him. I'm sure he would not like to lose his partnership. So you go back and you tell him that. Okay, we are done. And only one troll today. That's sad. I know, right? First troll of the day. They usually come a lot faster. Depends, Tanner, dude. My farm loop is usually dependent on what I'm doing. Like, if I'm just doing weapons, then I just keep going block hyper binding because there's no point in wasting time. Just go straight there and just keep going in. Because that is usually the fastest to get there. Alright? Anyway, Alan, don't worry about it. Lots of people don't know about how things work in the professional industry. So, like, think about it this way. If I want to work for as many companies as possible, Oh, that was you, Saifudin. Hey, no problem. If I want to work for as many companies as possible, I try to minimize how much I talk shit about other games or other companies or dev teams. Now, I know that other dev teams have not done a great job, but I still try and minimize because you never know when they might call you up or something like that. So I try to minimize what I say about them to an extent. So although I will answer questions, I just try to avoid that where I can. Try to focus on the game that I'm streaming or the game that I'm playing. And you can ask questions about that or, you know, just enjoy the environment, chat atmosphere. But we try, like, much like with any other job, you know, I wouldn't go to PricewaterhouseCoopers and talk about Ernst & Young or something like that. Like, that's not a wise decision, you know? Now, before I go, thank you very much, Haza and Track, for accompanying me today. It was a good weapon farm. I still need a little bit more, so most likely Enduring Legacy will come on Tuesday instead. But yeah, thank you all very much. It has been a good time.
Fun as always.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, thank you. All good. Like I said, I do this as a career, Alan, so I try to make sure everything is all pretty much stable, you know, that we don't do anything that we shouldn't. And you know, Lewis is actually right. Every industry is much smaller than we think. If I'm seen talking too much shit about one person or another, like, I do vent my frustrations occasionally, but if I'm seen talking too much shit about one thing or another, then that can negatively affect a lot of people. And of course, they may not be willing to work with me in future, you know? So yeah, I gotta always be as professional as possible. Even I'm still learning about the industry, but yeah. All right, thank you everybody. I gotta go now, but I will see you. Remember that there's no night stream on Sundays. All right, Sundays is when I take time off to spend with my family and everything. So I'll see you guys on Monday morning. All right. For those of you that have your bell notifications on, you will definitely enjoy the Monday morning stream. All right, and also today, I'll be helping out a small indie dev by showcasing a demo. So for those of you that have all notifications on instead of just personalized notifications, although it's not a TFD video, you might get a chance to see something new today. All right, thank y'all very much. I'll catch you tomorrow.